Right, are we good? Are we live? I think we are. Hello all and welcome back to the Women's Football Chat live tonight. We are live for some WSL action as Liverpool take on Manchester United. It's a very important game in the race for Champions League qualification. Manchester United currently sits second in the table, 8 points adrift of Chelsea, but tonight's game would move them to within 5 points, which, while at the moment Chelsea seem just a little bit out of reach, it would open up the title race again, wouldn't it, Aaron?
Yeah, very much so. As you say, United's game in hand, a massive opportunity for them to close the gap. Chelsea opening the door a tiny bit with that draw to Brighton. Man United have got to come in and swing that door wide open. But as you say, important 3 points to close the gap, but also important 3 points to extend that gap on the likes of Manchester City and Arsenal, which is probably going to be their main focus, is holding on to that second place. But obviously, they're going to push that title right to the very end. And it's a massive week because, well, Chelsea and Man City are off playing in a cup final tomorrow. Man United have got to get the job done tonight.
Well, obviously, City drew in their last match against West Ham, so it means if United win tonight, they will open up an even bigger gap to their rivals, which gives them a much better chance of finishing in the Champions League places. We know how difficult United's run-in is. In the last 3 games they play, Manchester United, they play Man City, Arsenal and Chelsea. That's a really difficult run-in. So it's important for them, even if it's unrealistic that they will catch up to Chelsea, they want Champions League football. So wins now are really important for both of those reasons. It will bring them closer to Chelsea if Chelsea slip up, but it's also going to open up that gap to Arsenal and Manchester City, which is the most important thing for United now. They face a Liverpool side tonight, which won't be an easy test. Liverpool have been, well, they were okay this season, and they sacked Matt Beard and have just got a lot better. Yeah. Amber Whiteley, looked like they played some really nice football in the first 2 games under her stewardship. They've not conceded a goal yet under Whiteley, and they've won both games 1-0, obviously very early on. But some positives to take from those first 2 matches.
Yeah, very much so. I think the first one against Crystal Palace was a really difficult one. That was always going to be a weird game because both sides had just sat their managers. Whiteley came as the interim, and Leif Smear had only been with Crystal Palace for 24 hours. So that was going to be a weird one, and Liverpool did well to come through that, as you say. But the Arsenal one is the one that stands out to me. Whiteley has shown in her first 2 games that she wants to play on the front foot and wants to try and take the game to teams, which is something we haven't seen Liverpool do very often. So the fact that we're seeing a Liverpool side now play on the front foot, playing positively, and clearly it caught Arsenal out. Liverpool were in that game. It wasn't a smash and grab. It was a deserved victory. So to come away with a clean sheet against a top side and beat them, really good performance. And if they play like that again, they're going to give United a few problems tonight.
Yeah. And let's have a look then at the lineups. Now, a little bit of difficulty piecing these together because FootMob, the app we use, still thinks that Liverpool are going to be playing a 3-back, but we can work it out. Let's start with the hosts then, Liverpool, because of course we are at Anfield for tonight's game. We'll start with Liverpool. It looks like it'll be a 4-3-3 then, similar to what we've seen Liverpool use in both of their first 2 games under Whiteley's stewardship. In goal, it will be Rachel Laws. A back 4 then of Hines, Matthews, Clark and Alejandra Bernabeu, of course on loan from Chelsea. In the middle 3, it'll be Kerr, Nagano and Mary-Therese Herbinger. And a front line then of Olivia Smith, who looked really sharp against Arsenal, Cox, and leading the line, Haug, another player who looked really good against Arsenal. How crucial is it for Liverpool season to have Roman Haug back in the side and have Olivia Smith firing on all cylinders?
Yeah, it's absolutely crucial, as we say. I think Whiteley has done very well, yes, but it's coincided with the return of Herbinger, the return of Haug, and obviously Bernabeu now being afforded some more minutes, and Bonner's come back recently as well. So Liverpool getting players back, and it has massively helped them. Haug just gave them someone to play off and someone to use against Arsenal. A much better performance, just a bit more presence up there. And as you say, Olivia Smith was tearing McCabe to shreds on Sunday. A really, really good performance. And again, she's that type of player where when she gets on the ball, she can change the game and get involved. And whether she'll start out on the right-hand side again today or we'll wait and see, probably will. But she caused so many problems because going one way or the other, it makes it really difficult. And Gabby George is going to have a really tough test tonight.
Yeah, we saw McCabe struggle to contain her last Saturday, and there's a lovely bit of skill, a clip of a lovely bit of skill going around where she does a skill move, it brings a defender in, then she bursts away, and it's that component of her game. McCabe dives in and she just dances around her. And I think, a magnificent dribbler. She's clearly got an eye for goal as well. We've seen that throughout the course of this season. So I think for Liverpool, a really important player. and we reflect on Liverpool's recruitment over the last few years and say that perhaps they're not doing enough, but you can't dispute that their marquee signings have been very good.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I think that the reason we've seen Liverpool look so good in the last 2 games is because, yes, Matt Beard has a certain way of playing, and that's completely fine. He wants to play defensive. He wants to play without the ball. But Liverpool have got the quality on this pitch, and they've got some players who are brilliant when their side are on top, when they've got the ball. And that's what we saw, especially in that Arsenal game. I think Herbinger was the main one for me. She's a type of player that when she gets on the ball, she's incredible. And she has the quality to really control games, and she did so well at that. So Liverpool playing on the front foot does favour some of the players in this starting 11, especially the higher quality ones. So they've got a decent side, and credit to them, because Whiteley is doing very well, playing at the strengths of some of their best players.
Yeah, I feel Bailey says Howe just hasn't got going again since returning from injury. And that's true. There was a run of 4 games before the FA Cup game where she just didn't really look to be as sharp. But I think the FA Cup game she looked really good in. Yeah. Really strong performance there. And so hopefully she continues that into tonight's game and gives what has been a very good Manchester United defence something to think about. And let's have a look then at that United team. The visitors, it is a 4-2-3-1 as it has been for most of the season for Manchester United. In goal, it's Fallon Tullis-Joyce. A back four of Riviere, Letitia, Turner and Gabriel George. In the pivot, Miyazawa. Not in the side, it's Clinton and Dominique Janssen. Across the 3, Bizet, Toon and Leah Galton. And leading the line is Elizabeth Turland. So it'll be interesting to see how they look tonight, United. But they have had a very good season. We spoke about this in our Wednesday video, about United potentially being the best coach side in the WSL this season. Whether you sit, regardless of which side of that debate you sit, they've still been very, very good this year.
Yeah, they've been extremely well. They're currently on a run of 7 wins in a row in the WSL. They're looking to make it 8. I mean, that is absolutely formidable form, so credit to them. And they have, obviously they did play Man City in that run as well. So they're looking really, really strong, and they're going into the end of this campaign in looking unstoppable, and that's going to make some really tasty games later in the season. But United doing well. What we see a lot of sides, we've seen it in the last recent years. Seasons can unfold in that winter period, in that middle stint of the season. But United have just got stronger and stronger as the season's gone on. It's really strong to see. And they're at the moment, they're on form. They're playing so well. They can challenge any side on their day. And it's going to be very, very difficult for Liverpool. I think as you speak about that coaching, we see it again tonight. Skinner going for Clinton over Miyazawa. I understand it. You've got to balance minutes. You've got to keep both Clinton and Toon happy. And I think in these games where potentially you don't need as much control, you're okay to play Clinton a little bit deeper. Miyazawa, I think, just offers you a little bit more control and a little bit more defensive solidity. But in games like this, I think historically, and if this was Liverpool, Matt Beard Liverpool, I would say that they had that Clinton will have the licence to get forward and play football. But I think that could catch United out tonight, because if Liverpool do play on the front foot and look to play football, United could have got to be careful there.
Yeah, well, I think Clinton's been brought in for a bit of steel in there, actually. I think when you look at that Liverpool midfield, yes, they're very technically gifted, but I think as well they're very strong and physical players. So I think Clinton's brought in there for a bit of muscle, actually, more than anything else. But it'll be interesting. I think this game is really poignant for me, in the sense that if you look at where both these sides were last season, in the fact that Liverpool finished just ahead of Manchester United, pipped them on the final day, and they finished 4th and United are 5th. Now we come to this season where they're meeting in March, and Manchester United have double the points of Liverpool.
Wow.
That, for me, is a really poignant message about the drop-off Liverpool have experienced, but also the rise that United have experienced this season, which I think has gone under the radar. As to how much United have improved in the space of less than 8 months since the end of last season? 10 months?
Yeah.
So, yeah, really impressive spell from United this campaign.
Yeah, they've looked really, really good. And there's a reason they're the closest side to Chelsea. The reverse fixture of this, the Leeds Sports Village, was 4-0 Man United. Now, I think it'll be interesting tonight, because whether that, I don't see that result being repeated, because Liverpool look a lot better and in front of a very strong Anfield crowd. I think that they'll want to put on a really good performance. So I think it will be more difficult for United. But saying that, if United play the way they have done all season, if United keep putting in the performances and keep that standard as high as it has been, then it might be one of those where no matter what Liverpool do, United will go on to win the game. That's the kind of form they've been in. Is that no matter how well their opposition have played, United have blown them out of the water because they've played so well.
Yeah.
And I think that it's the problem for Liverpool tonight is going to be that, and the problem because even United on a bad day or an off day, their defence has still made it very difficult to concede.
Yeah, well, they've got the best defensive record in the league this season for a reason. When you consider that they conceded, 3 goals against City, 2 goals against Man City?
Yeah.
And they're still conceded 6 this season. That's a really strong record for Manchester United. So, yeah, I think they've done really well. I mean, the next lowest is Chelsea on 10, then Arsenal on 12, then Manchester City on 20. They've conceded 14 less than Man City this season.
That's crazy.
United, incredible defensive record. They've been so good at preventing goals. So I think that deserves huge credit. And that's what Liverpool have got to face today. They've got to go and challenge a United defence who not many in the league have been able to.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. I think that taking the challenge and beating Arsenal in the FA Cup was a phenomenal result. Can they go one step further? Can they go that extra challenge? United have looked a lot stronger than Arsenal have this season. So this extra step up, can Liverpool try and challenge? It's going to be very, very interesting to see because, I mean, if they play, again, I think if they play like they did against Arsenal, then it will make for a good game. But whether that level of performance will be good enough to beat Man United right now, I think it'll be very, very difficult.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get into predictions in a moment. Just found welcome to the stream. George says, still hurts seeing Bees in a United shirt, but I can 100% see her still being one of the most dangerous players today. Yeah, a really impressive player. Chellen Bees, I think someone who is, her deliveries this season into Elizabeth Turland have been really good. She's a player who's had to compete for her place in the side. We saw Jayce get a run. We saw Toon used out of position. So, I mean, she was played right back as well this season. It shows the quality of Bees, that versatility and that commitment to play wherever she's asked to do a job. But yeah, I think she's looked really good this season, and I think it was a good move, a good step up for her to move from Tottenham to Manchester United.
Yeah.
Let's get into some predictions then. We'll start with you, Harry. If you're watching along, get involved in the live chat. We'll start here in the studio. Harry, what is your prediction for today's game?
I think it'll be a good game. I don't see Liverpool being blown out of the water like they were a few months ago. That they look a much better side, and I think they will look to play on the front foot and cause some issues tonight for Manchester United. That being said, I think the form that United are on, they've looked ridiculous of late, and I think no matter what kind of level of performance Liverpool bring, it's going to be I think it will be a United win. I'll go 2-0. As much as I think Liverpool will push, I don't think they'll find the back of the net. We speak about that Man United defensive record. It's been stellar. So I think it'll be a 2-0 Man United win. Turn and goal, Toon goal, and they'll make it 8 wins in the Docell on the spin.
Yeah, I think this will probably be a United win as well. How many goals did you say, sorry?
2-0.
2-0. I will say 3-0, just to be slightly
Fair
different.
enough.
I probably would have gone 2-0. It's one of the safe predictions, isn't it? Fairly modest, but still comfortable to a sense. I'll say 3-0. I think United have looked really good. I can't really see them conceding tonight. I will say a brace from Ella Toon and a goal from Rachel Williams off the bench.
Like
a
it.
bit of a rogue prediction, but
Yeah.
if she is on the bench, indeed. Yeah, she is. Lovely stuff. Rachel Williams off the bench, then.
Like it. I think the one thing that could potentially prove my prediction wrong and that could give Liverpool something to fight for is that if someone like Smith can come up with a wonder goal or a solo effort, that could be the only thing that changes this game. It's going to take something special for Liverpool to get a result tonight, but the way they've been playing, the belief that they will take into this game, they will back themselves to do that, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So, Daniel Murphy, welcome to the stream. Says, is this match not live streaming on Double YouTube? I can't find the link anywhere. Unfortunately, tonight's game is not available on the YouTube channel because it is a Sky Sports game. Of course, if you can't access Sky Sports, then you're more than welcome to join us for the coverage here or find a VPN. But we do not condone that or encourage that, I should say. But yeah, Chelsea fan going 2-1 Manchester United. Yeah, I could see that. The problem is at the moment I just can't see United conceding. Is the difference there?
Yeah, I mean the fact they've conceded only they conceded 1 to Arsenal, 1 to Chelsea, and 2 to Man City. They've only conceded 2 others this season to teams outside to outside the top 3. It's going to take something for Manchester United for Liverpool to get something from this game. But who knows? The standard that they brought to the Arsenal game was absolutely brilliant, And if they can bring that level of energy in that fight, then they could get a result tonight. But again, it's going to be very, very difficult. And I think that United will be wary. United would have seen that result of the weekend, and they will know that this won't be an easy game, that Liverpool will be up for it, and that they'll put up a good fight.
Yeah, an important minute's silence as well before the game in tribute of the young girl who lost her life playing football in a freak accident in Cumbria. It's a nice tribute. We saw, of course, Mark Skinner already came out and spoke about that, paid his own tribute, but it's nice now to see the WSL honouring her with a moment's silence, and that has been adhered to. So now we will get underway here at Anfield. Liverpool versus Manchester United. A big game, an important game. The first WSL game, well, no, second actually. One's already kicked off. Arsenal 15 minutes into their game against Everton, but nothing has happened yet in that one. We'll of course be keeping up with that.
We saw how Anfield made a difference in the Liverpool-Man City game. It meant that Liverpool could take the game to City, and if that is another really solid crowd, if they can give Liverpool that extra incentive to get a result, then it could make things tricky tonight.
Yeah, indeed. The crowd at Anfield will always play a part. And it is United to get us started here for kick-off. Both sets of players taking a knee in a stand against all forms of discrimination. And that will be Manchester United and Ella Toone from the middle to get us underway. Knocks it back, and we're underway here at Anfield. It's Liverpool versus Manchester United in the race for Champions League qualification. Well, important for United. Not really the focus of Liverpool at the moment. Here's Olivia Smith on the ball. Being forced backwards there, and Dominique Janssen puts it out of touch. Liverpool throwing deep in their own half.
Liverpool will believe that if they put a good run of form together, they could definitely take that 5th spot. And if they were to somehow manage to, finish only a place below where they were last season, despite sacking the manager and having like 14 first teamers fit, then that would be something to be really happy about.
Here comes Liverpool, ball into the box from Roman Haug. Kapox, though, nowhere near that one. And that allows United to take the ball, and they're coming down the right-hand side now. Bizet wants to take on Fuka Nagano. Is seen backwards now and will come inside. Plays a pass into Ella Toone. Toone knocks it back to Turner. United now switching to this left-hand side. George will go back again. Good pressure there from Olivia Smith. And that's what Liverpool have got to do today. Make it difficult for United to play forwards. Make it uncomfortable for them in this game. Riviere tries to slot one through to Turland. Lines cleared well there, though, by Matthews. And so it is going to be a 4-3-3 for Liverpool tonight, or a 4-2-3-1, it looks like. And that will be just Taylor Hines, starting at right back. Bernabé occupying the left back position. Here's Toone. Now Jade Riviere. Slots the ball back towards Toone. Great hold up there. Herbinger getting in the way of it. And now that's cleared forwards by Matthews. Kapox. Well, it goes through her legs and runs through to Roman Haug. A happy accident there for Liverpool. Nagano tries to play a pass forward. Doesn't quite come off, and that's back in the possession of Manchester United.
Yeah, good start from Liverpool again, showing they want to get on the ball. And we see early doors how getting involved can really help Liverpool to try and hold on to the ball and try and retain possession. That's
But it's United into a good position here. Bizet now in the penalty area. That cross, though, uncharacteristically poor from Chelin Bizet. I think she just got caught in two minds there as to how to deliver that ball into the box, whether to go high, whether to drill it across the penalty area. In the end, though, a very weak effort.
Yeah, great ball from Maya Letitia over the top. But yeah, Bizet just completely miskicks it, just scuffs it, just ends up missing the majority of the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, first attempted cross of the day, warming up. I think it's fair to say with that one.
I don't know if it says the game is live on BBC iPlayer. Yes, that is it. Sorry, I think I may have said Sky earlier. I meant BBC iPlayer. But yes, if you are in the UK, it is on the BBC. If you're outside the UK, it's whatever your broadcaster is. Here is Kapox. And Grace Clinton hounding her there, but Kapox holds on to possession. Kerr. Now Clark. Clark goes wide into Hines. Hines will dart inside. Options ahead of her now. Tries to slot it down the line. That'll give Smith something to chase here. George with a job to do. And Smith forced her to knocking that out of play.
That's going to be a really good battle to watch, George versus Smith. But I didn't have Taylor and Hines cutting inside tonight on my bingo card. But potentially a tool that Liverpool can use. But
well, obviously she is left-footed, so playing in that right-back position, it is more natural for her.
But it's interesting to see. But it still feels weird to watch a Liverpool side get the ball down and try and play football.
Yeah,
but clearly that they've proven they are comfortable on the ball. They're happy to be in possession.
Letitia tries to send it forwards. Riviere brings that down with snow on it, I think, with how high that went. Bizet. Now Letitia. Are you tuning into our stream and watching the Arsenal game? You'll have to see it. And Ryan Tune, I saw your message saying hi. Sorry, forgot to reply to it, but hi. Ryan Tune, good to see you with a classic high full stop. But
yeah, big game for Arsenal that as well. They need to respond from the disappointment of the FA Cup quarter-final against an Everton side who have played some really nice football recently. So again, not going to be an easy game. We've seen that Everton side take the game to the likes of Chelsea in recent weeks. So won't be a walk in the park for Arsenal, that.
No, not at all. And it's a United corner now. Gabriel George over this. Now Lino not happy there about the placement of the ball for the corner. But now George can put it in, lays it in low towards the near post. Letizier's effort wide of the mark though. And that's out for a Liverpool goal kick.
Yeah. What a very flat delivery from George. And yeah, Hines end up just clearing it into Letitia and earns goal kick. Smart defending.
Well, it looks like they're just trying to drill it in at the near post and hope it'll just mangle its way into the goal. Or be bundled over the line. But yeah, interesting technique. But yeah, first 5 minutes here. United not really getting the ball down and playing much yet. It's been a frantic start. Here is Letitia now, and that will give United just a chance to put a foot on the ball. Valentolas Joyce. Now Letitia. Riviere. Goes back to Letitia. Down the line, that's cut out by Matthews. Capox flicks it around the corner. Held on too well there, but Riviere wins it back. Good block from Kerr, and that's one back. But apparently that's a foul. I think that's a bit of a soft one. I thought Kerr did nothing wrong there.
Yeah, just it looked to be a bit of art, a bit of artist, but didn't really see too much in it. But yeah, it's good. Liverpool again. They're doing really well. They're playing very high. They're on the front foot, and they're doing well to force Man United backwards. But yeah, and I really like that midfield for Liverpool. As much as
ball forwards to Clinton. Clinton will put it back into the area. That is cleared away. Now Toon on the edge, who can take aim from this sort of range. Headed away well though by Clark. United keeping this ball alive. Leah Galton. Now Toon. Galton. Back now to Ella Toon. Olivia Smith giving her something to think about here, then knocking it out of play. I think that's the other thing about Olivia Smith is not just a technically gifted attacking player, but also someone who can contribute defensively.
Yeah.
High work rate, high physicality, high energy, good tackling. I think someone who can contribute in a lot of areas of the pitch. Toon here trying to break into the box of Manchester United. That will run through, though, to Rachel Laws.
Yeah, again, well managed by Liverpool. But as you say, I think Smith defending from the front is really solid for Liverpool. And now that she's playing out on that right-hand side, it means that she's the one who's tracking back and getting back in, which is really useful to have because she's a, she's a very physical player, but also can play you out of trouble, which is massively helpful.
Letitia. Now Turner. Back to Maya Letitia. Lifting it over the top. Bizet competes for it. Not sure how she thought she was going to win that ball there. Quite far off it. Clinton. Now Millie Turner. George. Plays it down the line. Galton, but that is rushed and it's cut out well. United trying to force the issue. I think they've just got to be patient tonight. Liverpool far from the finished article. United will have chances. It just feels like they're rushing it a bit in attacking areas.
Yeah. As much as Liverpool are more positive and want to play on the front foot a bit more and have more of the ball, they still do have that element of just let's clear the lines, which can be useful. As
demonstrated perfectly there by Clark.
Wow.
Who has cleared the halfway line there by quite some distance.
Yeah, and which can we benefit them? Because at the end of the day, if you're not comfortable, if your side aren't ready to start playing out the back and being risky with the possession in your own third, just smashing out the pitch is fine.
Well, it's all about decisions. I think in that scenario there, where Liverpool have got their backs to the wall defending, I don't think it's very smart to try and play out from the back. But just clearing the lines, allow Liverpool to retake their shape. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Letitia sends that forward over the top. It gives Turland something to chase after. Clark will try and see it out of play, and does so. It looked like he took a touch there off Clark.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I think it's been given as a goal kick.
I think she's pretty fortunate.
Yeah.
Turland did very well to hound it.
First goal in the other game tonight. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. It goes the expected direction to the Gunners there.
Yeah, I'm not quite at it. It's definitely a corner. Clark gets a good old touch on it. It's not subtle at all.
Yeah.
That's a big goal for Arsenal. A much needed one. They need to get back into the swing of things, you feel.
Yeah. Billy says, good evening all. Bit gutted to be missing this game as I'm watching Arsenal. The league really needs to do better with fixtures. Should be simple in a 12-team league. Oh, I 100% agree. 100% agree. I think the fact they've only got 4 games on this weekend as well, and they've still managed to make them all clash.
There's only 2 games on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bizarre. I don't know. I don't get why
Should
they
you
do
have one
that.
Friday night here, and then on Sunday, because there's only 3 matches, make a bigger thing of it. Have a 1 o'clock game, a 3 o'clock game, a 5 o'clock game, you know, something like that. Because then you give nice airtime to a couple games that perhaps wouldn't normally get it. Because you have a game at 12:30 that everyone's going to watch, a game at 2 o'clock that's on, you know, Sky, and that's probably going to be Chelsea or Arsenal or City or United, and then obviously the evening game. And those tend to be the big 4 clubs. But I think in a weekend where you've got the Women's League Cup final, why not give more games to, you know, a bit of limelight?
Yeah.
Instead, you can only watch one of the games tonight and one of the games Sunday. Odd choices.
Yeah. So have Sky got the game on Sunday then?
No, there's no TV broadcaster on Sunday. It's all YouTube. Because
So Sky just haven't got a game this weekend.
well, Sky took the Chelsea-Leicester game, which was then moved to last weekend.
That makes more sense.
I think that there's not a clash on Sunday, but they are overlapping. You've got Crystal Palace, Aston Villa at 2 o'clock, Tottenham, Brighton at 3 o'clock. Why not bring forward Palace, Villa, or push back Tottenham, Brighton by an hour? Then you can watch both games. But yeah. And nobody knows who scored for Arsenal because the stream died just before the goal went in. Welcome to the WSL, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh dear.
But yeah, another nice tribute there behind Mark Skinner, Atkinson, which is of course another tribute to the young girl who died. It's nice to see her amongst the substitutes there.
Yeah.
Very nice tribute. It was Alessia Russo, by the way, with the goal set up by Kim Little.
Makes a lot of
Could have
sense.
put money on that, to be fair.
Yeah. In brilliant form and still delivering for Arsenal. Russo really, I don't think she'll get near Shaw's record. No, I mean not record, but you know, the top the golden boot race, because Shaw will probably score another hatful at the end of this season, but a really, really good season.
Well, it is closer, isn't it?
He's getting closer.
Russo, that will put her on to 9. Shaw's on 12.
Russo on not. She feels like she scored loads.
That's loads.
That is, yeah, to be fair. And in all, you know, when you add
England's
more.
on 8.
That's incredible.
Tottenham are barely any more than that.
Tottenham on 9.
Turland 7, Wrighton 7. Beaver Jones on 6. You know the more impressive thing, Khadija Shaw's not scored a single penalty this season.
Wow.
All for open play.
That's incredible.
And they've got Fowler and Miedemar who are both on 6.
They're really smashing in the goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool, I think they'll be happy. First 10 minutes, they've done well. They've put up a good fight. I think they'll want to go into the game a little bit more because they have been spectators a little bit.
Oh, this is a ball poked in behind by Manchester United. Tempting ball. Laws doesn't look comfortable coming out. Does claim it well, though.
Yeah, it's well defended between our 2 centre-halves there. Initially, the header from Clark isn't good enough. But between Bernabei and Clark, they managed to do a decent job. Although Bizet's in, and that's a great save from Laws to tip it past the post, cut back from the replay there, and a really good opportunity for Manchester United. That's a really good save from Laws.
Yeah, and this is Liverpool trying to play out, and again you see those teething problems.
Yeah.
Bizet picks up on a loose pass, and it's not a bad strike. Laws tipping it round the post remarkably.
I said this, they got the decisions right. That clearly they've decided, try not to play at the back when you can because we're not ready for it yet. And they try to play at the back and they lose the ball.
Yeah. Ball in from United. It bounces through some bodies. That is cleared away, but cleared into the arm there of Gabriel George.
Yeah, and again, Liverpool get away with a bit of a scrappy corner. But yeah, it shows they've still got a long way to go. But it is, it's positive signs that they are trying to play football. They are trying to play at the back. But again, at the moment, I think they have to settle for playing a bit of a weird hybrid where they just clear their lines, but if they get the ball anywhere outside their own third, they try and play football.
Yeah.
Which could create an interesting dynamic.
Laws sends it forwards. And Haug there, a little too aggressive in her attempt to keep hold of the ball.
Should be frustrated, but it's more of a lean than a push. But leaning into players is still not allowed.
Yeah, it's that body shape. You make it look like a foul.
Yeah.
It's going to be given as one. You give the other player any reason to go down.
Yeah.
Then they will. Here's Letitia. Knocks it wide. Jade Riviere now under pressure from Cornelia Capox, and Capox wins it back well. And they can use this ball, Liverpool. Bernabé caught in possession again. Bizet. Clinton. Now Riviere. Lovely give and go between her and Grace Clinton. Riviere will drive forwards, knocks it wide into Bizet. Good tackle from Clark's going to fall in there, though, to be used here by Riviere. Bernabé stands her up. Give and go between Bernabé and Clinton. Between Riviere and Clinton, sorry. Riviere knocks it back now to Turner. Turner will keep going. Nice pass into Toon, who takes a touch, a turn, a drive forwards, and a tumble there as she's pushed by Olivia Smith. Not deemed a foul, and here come Liverpool on the counter charge. Olivia Smith driving forwards, has Dominique Janssen not keeping her company. And Janssen wins it back with an assertive challenge, used her body well there. Now United are the team who will bring it forwards. One back by Clark, though. Possession changing hands very quickly here. As the sides exchange possession, trying to counter each other. And I'm not sure the referee has any idea whose throwing that is.
Yeah, Liverpool starting to try and work their way into this game. And I think it was a little bit fortunate because Toon was given way too much space to turn and spin. And then, I think Smith got away with one there. It did look to be a foul in the edge of the area. But again, Liverpool then turn it from back to front. Janssen does so well to deal with Smith.
Yeah, Heinz Hervingen comes off Dominique Janssen. It's out for another throw.
Yeah, Liverpool, if they can start to make this a little bit more scrappy, kind of shift that momentum a little bit more in their favour, it could definitely end up becoming an even game.
Well, exactly. They've rode out the first 16 minutes. We know United usually start quite strong. They've ridden out that. They've now just got to keep that performance going. And yes, United have probably looked the stronger side, but have Liverpool looked like conceding? Not really.
No.
It's not like United have missed any clear-cut chances. So, yeah, I think it's been a good performance so far from Whiteley's side. Here is Jenna Clark. Fast forward into Hervinger. Hervinger reverses to Nagano. Nagano to Kerr. And Clinton picks her off. Now looking to create something. Forward pass, though, wasn't on. Turland made the run too early. Now Letitia. Riviere. That was one of those, so that ball just got to go forward from Clinton. The reason she can't play us forward is because she hesitates, she delays.
Yeah, initially it was good. It was good play from Liverpool, then Kerr's touch just let her down and Clinton managed to pounce on her. But as you say, Clinton's just got to gamble and try and shift that forwards. Again, when you're a player like Grace Clinton, you can afford to try and make that audacious pass.
Yeah.
Yes, another long ball United send over the top that's swept up by Liverpool. And Heinz just hooks it out of play. Liverpool are happy to watch that ball go over their heads and run through it all night. Unless it starts to hold up, which I don't think it miraculously is because they're playing at Anfield and not the Park. So, they should be alright.
Yeah. Just want to say, can't wait for the Chelsea win versus Man City 4-match series starting tomorrow.
It's like cricket.
Indeed, the Women's League Cup.
Like
it's not
series.
It can't end in a draw. Only one game can, really. Well, I guess...
2.
Yeah.
The WSL and the USL first leg.
Or technically go down. They could all end in a draw, technically.
Yes.
But we'd have some penalties in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Liverpool doing well. Last few minutes, just to start getting involved in the game, really. The start of it was kind of Man United had the ball and they were running at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And now Liverpool have decided to work their way into this match.
Yeah, with that game mentioned, though, do join us tomorrow from 12 o'clock, the Women's League Cup final. The first piece of silverware on offer for these WSL clubs. Neither side here able to get the ball down. Clinton. Now Dominic Janssen. Knocks it out wide. Galton. George puts it through the legs of Hervinger. Cleared away, though. Now it's Turner. Turner puts it in there. Turner trying to get under control. Bizet will get there ahead of the oncoming Capox. Clinton. Great touch and turn. Opens up space for the shot. It's blocked. Gonna fall for Galton now. Clinton. Knocks it wide to Jade Riviere. Riviere. Pass inside to Bizet. Bizet option out wide. Tries to squeeze a pass through. Good defending from Sam Kerr though. Or from Hervinger, sorry. And now Hervinger can carry that ball forwards. Plays on in behind. Haug will be hard pressed to get there though. But she will put pressure on Turner and then onto Tallis Joyce.
Yeah, again, really good fight in there from Hervinger that time. Just to wrestle the ball back. But Liverpool happy to be patient. They're happy to wait their turn to get on this football. And if it means they have to sit there and watch United knock the ball around for a bit, they're happy. They don't mind doing that.
Yeah. There is still that, obviously, with the new manager coming in, there is still, I think, a bit of a mixed messaging. We see there how pressing high, the rest of Liverpool sitting lower.
Yeah.
I mean, that just doesn't really work. It's got to just take a player out of the press because United played past it like she wasn't there.
Yeah.
And that is clumsy from Hervinger.
Silly that from Hervinger. This is an unnecessary free kick to give away.
Yeah, indeed.
And
just scythed down there. Jade Riviere. Riviere offside anyway.
Yeah. Not that was noticed. Riviere just really clumsy. Just trips her up. Takes her legs out from underneath her almost.
Yeah, so Southern changed direction, tries to take the ball away, reacts too late though, catches the player instead, and there's another goal in the Everton-Arsenal game, and the game is level. Everton 1, Arsenal 1.
Wow.
And
Brian Sorensen alarming.
Indeed.
I'd put a lot of money on that Kelly Gargo scored. Can Man United score? No. Good. That's a good header from Clark. Oh no, Garno's clearance goes backwards.
Cleared forward.
Again, just a little bit scrappy there from Liverpool. This whole situation isn't happening, in the Garner's clearance doesn't go behind her.
Yeah.
Just slices it up, and the flag is up.
Philly says 1-1 Arsenal defensive shambles, and also says he'll be watching the final tomorrow, but no idea who he wants to win. Yeah, fair enough. Should be a very good
watch
game.
our preview after this game.
Yes. Make sure to do that. Video posted from this morning.
It's a big game. Either way, it's going to be a cracker, no matter what happens.
Either way, Arsenal, what looks now to be a trophyless season.
Yeah.
And not going much better tonight. Still don't know who scored for Everton.
Come on. It's Kelly Gargo's fantasy does so I'm dreaming. Halfway through this first half. Really good stuff so far. We said it could be Liverpool could make this a difficult game. That's exactly what they're doing. Oh, that's a soft one.
Clumsy from Cornelia Capox.
Riviere just darting away. I don't think she feels the nudge in the back and goes down, of course. Let's have a look.
I think that's a foul. Bit too aggressive from Capox.
Riviere's smart. She runs across her, and Capox kind of
a foul though.
Yeah. I think it's unlucky.
Leticio. Now Jade Riviere. Ball in behind, searching for Turland. Turland will get there, does really well to do so. Bizet, ball into the box. That's a bit too soon though. And again, it's just that rushing in the final third at the moment for Manchester United. It's causing them trouble. They just need to slow it down, be a bit more composed in there. Howg brought down there by Jade Riviere. Nothing given now, though. Liverpool will get a free kick for a foul on Capox.
Yeah.
Riviere getting her own bag.
Yeah, I think there's a mixture of the two there. I thought Howg was fouled by Riviere, and then Capox ran around in circles. I mean, that one's not a foul. I think the ref just maybe realised that the first one was, so she decided to give the second one.
Tony Payne, by the way, with the goal for Everton, not Kelly Gallagher.
Fair enough.
You've lost all your money.
That's all right. Gallagher assist.
No.
No.
Catch is nice.
Snoyce is playing. Is Gallagher playing?
Yeah. So they have both been playing.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice on the right flank.
Oh, Smith,
Brilliant
that's
tackle from
superb.
Olivia Smith, can't they?
Well recovered, that.
Ball.
Really well recovered from Grace.
Plays a forward pass, looking for Grace Clinton. Clark's clearance, hitting Clinton. Now Capox. One back in there by Dominic Janssen. Toon. Janssen. Back now to Millie Turner. Exchanges the pass with Janssen. And now drills one out to this right-hand side. Bizet. A nice touch. Darts inside of the ball. Good start from Jelen Bizet. Finds Turland, who's desperately trying to hold on to the ball up there. Doing well to do so. Tries to play out to the right-hand side. That is picked up on there by Bernabé. And now Liverpool, when they look to break, now will slow it down, turn around and go backwards. Matthews. Now Laws. Sends it forward. Header one in there by Clinton. Toon tries to get a touch on and calm. Clinton. Turner. Yeah, Turner aren't able to keep that in touch. Just about 30, yeah, should be good tomorrow. I can't pick a winner just now. I can.
I think it will be close. Obviously, I think the odds and the favour has to be with Chelsea due to the fact that they've had a manager for more than 5 days and that they are currently unbeaten in all competitions. So, yeah, I think it'll be close though. City have got the element of surprise.
Yeah, if they're playing Brighton or Leicester in the final, one of the two sides who've taken points off Chelsea this season, then maybe I would have less belief, but I think they'll be all right. Here come United. George.
Weird things happen in finals.
Backwards to Letitia. Turner. All the way back now to Tallis Joyce. Letitia. Now Riviere up against Capox. Capox standing her ground nicely. Jade Riviere forced backwards, hounded there, and it's another free kick. And frustration there from Riviere. Across her face as it's another foul from Capox.
Well, I thought that George versus Smith was going to be the exciting battle tonight, but no. Riviere versus Capox is just heating up.
It's another one where there's contact, but it's minimal at best.
She tripped her up, yeah, and is caught the back of her feet, but it don't make you lose your footing, really.
Seems to be the theme of all of them, really. But yeah. You should ask when will Sam be back on the pitch, by the way. Well, she is in the Champions League squad. She has been back on the grass now. She may well be on the bench tomorrow. We don't know. Which would
that would be something, wouldn't it?
Prospect.
If the game's level and Sam Kerr comes on the bench and scores.
I think she'd only come on if there is an injury, surely. I don't know if she'll be amongst the subs tomorrow. Riviere fighting to try and win the ball back. Bernabé. Now we're ready to go. Does win a goal kick.
Riviere's having such a weird game. I don't know what's going on. She's trying to fight him. We're just going around and scuffle everyone.
She's been involved with everything, really.
Yeah.
Philly says, I think Judge have too much for City to handle. City seem to find a way to beat themselves this season. Yeah. Exactly. You look at the errors they've made in recent games. If you make anything like that against Chelsea, you'll be punished for it.
One error and you could lose the game, and that could be it. You could lose the final just off that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Law's down with an issue here, and it looks like she's coming off. The way she's taken off her gloves.
No, it could just be time wasting thing.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yes, she'll receive some treatment here.
She might be better with gloves.
I'm always sceptical when a goalkeeper goes down.
Yeah, it's just the 28th minute. It's a weird time for a goalkeeper. They're retaping her knee, which is interesting. And she's put the gloves back on. So yeah, maybe just a retaping.
Looks that way.
Or maybe this is Amber Whiteley's plan, is to start time wasting the 28th minute so no one catches on. But obviously, Laws has had a period out this season. I think everyone at Liverpool has had a period out at some point this season.
They're all injured now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now it's been a tough season for Liverpool regarding injuries. Quite a few players have missed large portions of the season. Quite a few key players as well. Roman Howe, Majoris Herbinger, just to name a few.
Smith's one who hasn't missed a load of time, but she has missed. She's kind of been injured in spells rather than one long one.
Very different injuries.
Yeah.
And again, a part of it is the nature of her game. She is taking players on. She's going to be caught by rogue challenges, wild legs. So, yeah, some of that's the nature of the game. Liverpool will start again with the ball.
Yeah. Looks like Laws will be okay. Yeah, 15 minutes out till half time. And well, they're not quite leading like they were against Man City at this point at Anfield earlier in the season, but they are still in the game. And that'll be the main thing for Liverpool.
Yeah. Turner clears it forward. Header on in there by Clark now. Dominic Janssen. Clinton. I think it's just tucked their shirt in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Riviere. I like that for old school footballer. Sam Kerr does it sometimes. And here being hounded is Elizabeth Turlin. She's gone back quite far here to hold on to the ball against Matthews. And now goes to Dominic Janssen, and that's brought space here for Bizet to drive into with the ball. Bizet takes on Kapox. Nice switch back. Important challenge there from Herbinger. Haug will get there, holds it up well. Now Kapox does well to shift away from Letitia. Now they'll come down this left-hand side. Kapox passes inside. Haug holds on to it, and that is Kerr.
Liverpool just about managing to shift this ball around.
Yeah.
Couple
haphazard in possession football, but it's worked out. Ball down the line. Nagano can't quite get there. Important challenge from Millie Turner. We'll go back there to Tallis Joyce. Picked off well by Sam Kerr. One back though by United as a touch escapes her. Toon and Clinton exchange some passes. Clinton falls backwards here. And all the way back to our goalkeeper, Tallis Joyce.
Yeah, again, Liverpool doing very, very well. Just for me, I think the thing that will massively help Liverpool is if they can get Haug into this game.
Yeah, tries to slide one through. That's going to run on though to Laws.
The amount of times that Haug got involved, held that ball up and got Liverpool up the pitch against Arsenal was incredible, but we haven't quite seen it in the first half an hour or so here. If they can start getting that ball into the feet of Romaine Haug and getting her to hold that ball up, they might have a little bit more joy.
Yeah. But he says it's not a great time to be an Arsenal fan, but it could be much worse. Indeed. So a positive way to look at things. Very positive outlook on 0 titles and 1 FA Cup in a decade. Sorry, that was harsh. Here come Liverpool. Kapox.
They've won every bloody league cap.
Drives inside. Well, yeah, they won the last 2. Someone will take that crown tomorrow, though. Make sure to join us from 12 o'clock. Here's Riviere. Under pressure from Herbinger. Now Letitia.
I think these weekends must hurt for the other big sides. Because it's like, while Chelsea, Man City are off playing in the League Cup final and not achieving silverware, United and Arsenal are playing in the league. The league, it's one of those where the league feels so boring when there's
both on Merseyside and both drawing at the moment.
Yes.
Galton. Now Dominic Janssen. Slides it through to George. Good tackle, important tackle from Olivia Smith. Getting back in, doing the hard graft.
Really good defending from Smith. does so well to get back in. Again, it's tidy from United. Lovely ball through from Janssen. George on the recover, coming down the left-hand side, and Smith on the recovery does really well.
And now Manchester United a chance to put the ball into the box, a chance to make the Liverpool goalkeeper work from this set piece. Ella Toon over it. More swing it into the penalty area. Flicked on by George and saved well by Rachel Laws. United, though, making the keeper work for it.
Yeah. Again, another corner that's kind of drilled very flat at the near post, but Laws does well. Gets a little bit fortunate that she manages to pat it down and then pick the ball up. Someone definitely could have nipped in there, but does well. It is weird to see this new kind of delivery style from United. It's not very high. It's not like quite head high either. It's just flat and low, drilled at the near post.
Yeah. Laetitia Riviere, not sure who she's searching for with that long ball forwards. It was Rachel Laws. Well, she's found her intended target because it falls to Liverpool goalkeeper. Now Clark. Back now to Laws. As Matthews is the shorter option, tries to go long. Riviere heads it down. Bizet can't quite get there. Pass forwards. Finds Roman Haug. Haug holds it up nicely. Tries to play it out wide. One back though by Jade Riviere. Riviere now to Bizet. United coming down this right-hand side. Bizet up against Bernabé. Bizet cuts inside. Takes tame effort though. And it strikes Clark, who clears it away. United throwing them on this near side.
Another good clearance. All eyes that are in favour of Liverpool tonight will be starting to look at that clock now. 10 to go to half time. That'll be the big one. Make it to 45 minutes at 0-0 if you can. Just stay in that game going into the second half. For United, it'll be a perfect time to nick a goal. It's another long ball that will run through the Laws. Too many of them tonight. We're going to like that's positive from Laws. Liverpool want to play football, but it's not working out at the moment.
Clinton tries to slide through the Bizet. Not sure why she left that. I thought she just about crept on the side there. But oh well, run through for a Liverpool goal kick. Looks like one of those where, despite United probably being the better side for the start of the game, Liverpool have kept them quiet and are now easing into this one. I think if they can get to the half, let Whiteley reinstate her message, that could be really important.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that would have been her plan. If you told her that, it'll be 0-0 at half time, she'd have probably taken that. And maybe they can nick a goal in the last 9 or so minutes.
Laws sends it forward. Flick on doesn't really go anywhere. Falls for Bizet. Bizet plays it to Grace Clinton. Back to Bizet. Not happy with her forward options. Goes to Dominic Janssen. And now Chellen Bizet again. Who sizes up the defender and takes on Bernabé. Now to Clinton. Clinton loses it. Just about pokes it towards George though. She almost lost possession. Turner. Dominic Janssen. Laetitia. Now Turner. Janssen. Garton. Cuts out and in. And then it's cleared away as she puts a cross in. Clinton to Toon. Toon looks like she wants to let fly. Back to Grace Clinton. Clinton wide into Bizet. Bizet. Trying to fashion a run inside. Toon, nice touch and turn.
Yeah, Liverpool just doing well, managing. You feel like it's one of those where they just keep almost winning the ball back, but not quite.
Chance for Clinton. Save wonderfully. Brilliant stop from Rachel Laws. There's just a chance there for Clinton. Found a bit of space. Let fly. There's a good stop from the Liverpool goalkeeper.
Yeah, again, Clinton just finds herself with too much room on the edge of the area. She's just allowed to turn and strike straight. It's centred, but it still takes some stopping. But again, it came from one of those where Liverpool almost win the ball back.
It's such a good turn. Takes 2 players out of the game. Nagano tries to come across and deal with it. Can't quite get there before Clinton lets fly. And if not, for a strong right hand tip over the bar from Rachel Laws, We'll be looking at a 1-0 United lead. Ball into the box. We could now anyway, but it's headed over. Turlen unable to find the target. But United are travelling Liverpool.
Yeah, these near post corners are starting to probe. And Liverpool are being pushed a little bit. Again, it's really, really good. And I mean, the fact she headers over from there is pretty impressive. But either way, United coming on strong at the end of the half. And they'll back themselves to try and get a goal in these last 5 or 6 minutes.
But it's just this United team control games really well, in my opinion. Yeah, I would say so. Because while they haven't really looked like they're going to score, they've looked nowhere near conceding.
No.
As I say that, Liverpool win the ball back, and here they come. Kapox tries to play a pass inside, cut out by Janssen. Bizet finds Clinton. Clinton tries to play it in behind, cut out there by Taylor Hines. United unable to win it back though, as here comes Olivia Smith. She'll let Sam Kerr take the ball, and now they can play Liverpool. Ball out wide, cut out well by Riviere, who sends it forward. Matthews must deal, got turned hot on her heels. Ball sent forwards, Riviere. Now Letitia. Turner. Back now to Letitia. Riviere. Now here's Turner. Sends it forwards, looking for an option, but it's forced again. It runs through the Laws.
Yeah, those long balls over the top just not working for United. They're running through to Laws every single time. The bit that usually works in their favour, though, is the bit where Liverpool try and play out. That's much better.
Nice from Clark and Hines, and Clark will go on a run now. Plays it into Nagano, who the ball just doesn't come quick enough for her. So she has to wait for it. Ball down the line now into Olivia Smith. Olivia Smith can light it up. Takes it past one. Darting into the box. Takes aim, and Liverpool take the lead. A moment of magic from Olivia Smith. And it's Liverpool 1, Manchester United 0. And it feels like we're harking back to the last time a Manchester club came to Anfield. Olivia Smith opens the scoring. It's been a quiet first half for Liverpool, but a moment of brilliance, and Smith gives Liverpool the lead.
We said it would take a moment of magic if Liverpool would have stand a chance to get something out of this game, and that's what they've got. It's a brilliant team move from back to front. And I said at the start of the move that the bit that usually hurts for Liverpool is trying to play out the back. And it was Jenna Clark who just stepped up into that side, and it was really, really strong play. And then Smith does so well to burst past Clinton and put it away. And a goalkeeper who's had a stellar season, Tallis Joyce, would have expected to do a lot better with that one. But Smith has just smashed it at her, really. Goes through her glove. And United...
It gives them belief now, because here comes Olivia Smith again. Forced back to Nagano. Kerr, Smith, and there's just an extra spring in our step, an extra bee. The bee in her bonnet is buzzing.
Yeah, but that is what happens, and what could happen when Liverpool the finished article. A brilliant team move from
now
back
here
to
comes
front.
Jenna Clark again, who apparently has become a libero in the last 5 minutes. Bernabé, now Cornelia Kapox, forced backwards.
Yeah, the way that Clark stepped up for that move to create the goal was absolutely brilliant. Just played that 1-2 with Hines and gave Liverpool an extra player in that central area.
Exactly, and that's the problem, is when you cover player to player, as United do, that is their tactic. They go man for man, they go player for player. When you do that, and someone from the opposition steps out of that structure, does something that's a bit odd, suddenly disarray occurs, because now someone's got to push up onto her. And that's going to leave a gap somewhere, so someone else pushes up. And then, so somewhere there's going to be a gap when that happens. Jenna Clark's exploited it really well there. They created space down the right-hand side. Yes, there was still a lot of work to do, but if there's any player to give a lot of work to, it's Olivia Smith, because she'll get it done.
Yeah, the way she burst past Clinton there, and fair enough to Clinton, because and that's what I mean. Clinton playing very attacking that pivot was the one who tracked the run of Smith.
Nice flick on here, Cornelia Kapox.
Smith in acres on the right side.
Kapox takes aim. Big save from Tallis Joyce. And I was going to question whether she should have looked right there, but it was a good effort from Kapox.
Yeah, can't fault it. It's a really good strike and a good save. But Olivia Smith must have been screaming out on that right-hand side. She's in so much space.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't fault a player for having an effort. And if they manage to find a target from there, you can't complain.
Yeah, I don't mind players shooting from there. It shows confidence.
Yeah. Liverpool got their tails up.
She looks up, she sees Smith, but she backs herself to have a shot.
Really good strike. Maybe the ball to Smith would have been too obvious, to be fair.
Well, that's the thing. I think Smith was in a good position, but she probably, even if she gets that pass spot on, I think George comes across quick enough to stop her having a meaningful shot. And they have now got a corner now. Liverpool a chance to double their advantage. Hervinger, that's a tame ball, and now Bizet will look to break. They find Toon. Toon goes down in dramatic fashion.
Really good from
Bernabei. By Liverpool.
I think in there, but yeah, Liverpool just sparked to life, and this is what. I think that you do see you associate with Liverpool, you associate with Anfield especially, is that even if they're down out, they're up against it in a game, they get a moment, they get a goal, and suddenly things just seem to kick into life.
Well, Bernabei trying to carry that ball down the line, doesn't quite come off. United winning it back.
And we said that Liverpool would make this difficult for United tonight. That is exactly what they've done. They've frustrated United and they've got their one opportunity. It's fallen to Olivia Smith, and of course she's taken it.
And we have got 3 more minutes of action this first half, then 3 additional minutes. And it's United in possession. I mean, if United could find a goal back before half-time, that would be really important. All goes down the line. Held up well. By Toon inside now to Dominique Janssen. Janssen will take aim, takes a flick off the defender, and that will be a corner then for United.
Yeah, not a bad effort that Janssen running onto it. I can understand why she's gone for goal. But yeah, the touch just coming off. Was it Clark in there? Yeah. Sees that, and Laws will see that wide for the corner. Liverpool, big 2 minutes this, because there's a big difference between going into the half 1-0 up and going into the half level. But we have seen these United corners have been causing a few issues. Although there isn't anyone at the front post at the moment, so let's see what they're going to do. And someone's going to make the run.
Ball in from Gabriel George into the penalty area, headed away. And now Smith can break for Liverpool. Has options further forward. Plays it down this right-hand side, and United are caught high here. Here comes Sam Kerr. Liverpool searching for a second. United drop back though like a swarm of wasps. Nagano 2! What a strike! Liverpool 1, Manchester United 0. And it gets Harry's seal of approval. It's too easy. United caught high and Liverpool exploit it. Sam Kerr down the right-hand side, held onto it well. Ball inside to Nagano, who just flicks one with the deftest of finishes into the far corner. And as United push to level it, Liverpool instead double their lead.
Absolutely beautiful strike from Nagano. Just picks it up so nicely. And it's so slotty from United because Kerr has one place to put the ball and no one stops her putting it there. It is such a good strike from Nagano.
And even once she's there, even once that ball played, no one rushes to try and get in front of that. They don't think Nagano can pull this off. Well, she's proved them wrong.
I just have no idea. Who on earth do United think Kerr's going to pass to there that isn't Nagano? It is so bizarre.
Yeah.
Everyone leaves there and goes, that's someone else's job. And it's another brilliant strike. And we were worried that Man United were going to make it 1-1. Liverpool got on double their advantage. But the other thing it comes down to is that it was Olivia Smith again. The ball fell to her on the edge of the area and she could have just wellied it up the pitch. But no, she chested it down on the edge of her own area, had that confidence to bring it down, turn, and played a beautiful ball to Kerr. And wow, Liverpool lead 2-0. From a half that Man United were in control of, they have now got, that is a long way back.
For the best defence in the league, a quarter of their goals this season have been conceded in this one game.
Wow.
A damning statistic, really. Not a great first 45 minutes for Manchester United here. The ball will go back to Taylor's choice. She'll lump it long. As this half is drawing to a close. Clinton, that's going to fall out for Haug. Cleared the other way, though, by Dominic Janssen. Here's Bernabei. Kerr to Matthews. Back now to Laws.
Wow.
Sends the ball forward. Flicked on in there by Haug. And the ball back now from Turner to Tullis Joyce. Tullis Joyce clears it long. Header back the other way from Kerr. Drops in there now for Bizet. And that will be the last action of the half. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 0 as we go into the break here at Anfield. Goals from Olivia Smith and Fuka Nagano give Liverpool the lead here at home. United, the best defence in the league this season, breached twice in the first half by the Reds.
What a mad Friday night so far. Everton holding Arsenal and Liverpool 2 goals to the good against Manchester United. And in their game in hand, when they have the opportunity to close the gap to 5 points to Chelsea, they have got a long, long way back and a big 45 coming up. But take nothing away from Liverpool. A 45 minutes where they were up against it for the majority of the game. They hung in there like we've seen them do time and time again. And, well, it was a moment of magic to put them in front. But then 5 minutes later, they managed to double their lead from a United corner.
I'll go take a breather. I'll be back after a break. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Harry.
Drink, please.
I was going to go myself a drink as well.
Thank you very much.
Get you
I need a drink after that. An incredible 45 minutes of football. They did so well to manage that half for 40 minutes. And then they've got their moment on the breakaway. It was a super piece of play. And this is something that could become really exciting about Liverpool. We said how under Amber Whiteley, they've wanted to play out the back. They've wanted to play football and be on the front foot. And that's exactly how they scored the first goal. Rather than Rachel Laws just leathering it up the pitch, she rolled it out to Gemma Clark, who did superbly to play a 1-2 with Hines. Clark steps up into the midfield. And immediately Liverpool have they outnumber Man United in that central area. By Clark stepping up, it means Liverpool have that extra player to utilise, and they do that superbly. And again, they move the ball nicely, play a brilliant ball down the line to Smith. And as we've seen her do time and time again, she receives that ball out wide, then she just cuts in across the defender. The player out there, it was Clinton out there this time, just couldn't deal with her. She cuts back in and just smashes it from a tight angle across the goal, and it's a brilliant, brilliant strike. Does so well. The ball was played into Nagano, who just waited and waited for the runner Smith, bursts past Clinton with a superb touch, cuts back inside, just hits it with her left foot. Tullis Joyce should really do better, but take nothing away from the goal. Olivia Smith with a moment of brilliance to finish it off, but overall a brilliant team move from the Reds. And one that sent Anfield into absolute raptures. And again, it would have been they would have expected this half to play like it did, for it to be frustrating, for them to be on the back foot, for Man United to have more of the ball. But they knew that if they got their opportunities, if they had the quality, they had to take their chances. And that's exactly what they've done. And, well, we thought that 1-0 was incredible. They then went and decided to double that advantage. And again, a superb piece of play from the United corner. Smith does so well to bring it down on the edge of her own area, spin, and play a brilliant ball to Sam Kerr. And then Kerr does really well. And to be honest, the chance should fizzle out because the only option that Kerr had to play it to was Nagano. And all it took was someone in a United shirt to step in front of Nagano, and then suddenly Kerr would have no one to pass it to. But no one in a United shirt gets anywhere near Fuka Nagano. The ball is cut back to her by Sam Kerr, and it's a brilliant sweeping effort into that far left corner. Lovely strike. And United, who, again, a superb defensive record, have conceded 2 goals in 45 minutes. A rarity this season, but just brilliance. Brilliance across the board from Liverpool. The way they moved this ball forward was superb. But if you look at this image here, so you guys can't see it, it's a 5-on-2. United have got 5 defenders back. Liverpool have 2 attackers. And all it takes is Sam Kerr to pick up Nagano. How no one in United shirt is on Nagano, I don't know. Liverpool are massively outnumbered. Sam Kerr should have no options to pass to. She only has one, and no one shuts it down. and a side who we have praised so much defensively, who have played so well at the back this season, have had some really strange moments. Talis Joy should have saved the first one, and the second one, someone has just got to get tighter to Nagano. A really, really bizarre moment, and a incredible turn of events. Yi Chen says the new manager has quite the impact. Ryzen saying now we see why Matt Beard spent his whole budget on Olivia Smith. Exactly, she is a generational talent, a really superb player, and a player. You know, that's her her goal of the season in 15 games, which is not too bad. Saying, you know, for the opposition she's playing for the season that Liverpool have had, and it's not her goal contribution. It's, you know, her the way she created the second chance was superb. She is just an all-round phenomenal player. But yeah, as Yi Chen says, Amber Whiteley coming in and doing an astounding job. We credited her for. I thought that initially, I'll be honest, I thought that the Crystal Palace result was one of those where, okay, Palace have got a new manager. It was only 1-0. Liverpool are going to play better than that. The way they upped the performance against Arsenal in the FA Cup was absolutely superb. And that's exactly the kind of result you need when you've just sacked your manager. You go away to a bigger side in the FA Cup and you knock them out. Send yourself through to the FA Cup semi-finals. And you know, they've taken belief from that game. They beat Arsenal and they believe they can beat anybody. And I think they're catching out a lot of sides. Everyone associates Liverpool with playing defensive football, playing without the ball, and playing counter-attacking football. And yes, that's what they've done tonight, but it's not as defensive in terms of they're not just counter-attacking. They are trying to come forward whenever possible. And, you know, credit to Amber Whiteley, because I think she's catching out quite a few managers. They beat Arsenal because they took the game to them, because they were aggressive, they were offensive, and they caused the Gunners loads of problems. And they've done the same tonight. Yes, they've had to sit back a little bit more. Yes, they've had to absorb a bit more pressure than they did on Sunday. But overall, when they've been able to get the ball down, they've got the ball down and played. The two goals are perfect examples of both of those things happening. The fact that, you know, the first goal he comes from back to front, and again the way that Olivia Smith could easily, and to be honest, other players for Liverpool probably would have just smashed the ball up the pitch. But it's the way that Smith brings it down and manages to just find a beautiful, beautiful pass and pick out Sam Kerr was absolutely sublime. And Liverpool, you know, it's one of those where they deserve to be winning. It's a weird thing to say because they were the second best side for 40 minutes. But the way they created the goals, and to be fair, United had a couple chances, but it's not like they've been incredibly clear-cut and great opportunities. So, credit to Liverpool. They've played very, very well. Questions for United. Defensively, have been really poor. For the two goals, they got caught out massively.
That's something we've not said all season,
yeah,
really, isn't it?
It's been really, really rare. So, yeah, well done to Liverpool. United, work to do.
Yeah, indeed. It's one of those games where the natural order has flipped itself somewhat. Liverpool came out and they gave United a really tough challenge. United didn't really look like scoring in that first half, and then with the two chances they got in the half, Liverpool took them. And that's the important thing. Liverpool did take those chances. So, yeah, I think you as you say, they definitely deserve to be in front at half time. The question now is, how do United respond to that?
Yeah.
How do they count in the second half? Do they look different? Is it a personnel change that's necessary? But how do they respond to that? That's going to be the really important thing now for United, because we've not seen them behind much this season.
No.
And we have seen them behind. They haven't gone on to win.
Yeah.
So that's a really important thing now for United to come back.
Yeah, and this is the main thing now, is that other teams have been in this situation before, and it's exactly the same thing we say with when teams in the title fight, when the big sides go down, you know, 1 goal, 2 goals, however many make, the reaction is now going to be the key thing. If United pull it back and win this game 3-2, it's one of those games where we will sit here and go, that was the performance of a side that are capable of winning trophies. You know, a side that go 2-0 down and battle back to win 3-2. If they pull this back now, we will sit here and go, they can take the game to Chelsea. Now they're only 5 points behind. Now they can really put up a good fight because they showed in this performance, despite the fact they were 2 goals down, they turned it around, they went on to win the game. If we can say that at full time, then that will be incredibly good for United, and it will potentially bear fruit for the end of the season. But if they don't turn it around now, if they do drop points tonight, if they lose, for me, if the gap remains at 8 points, that's done for me. I don't see them picking that up. That is why tonight is such a key game. Game in hand on the league leaders, unbeaten league leaders. You have to take advantage. And when you find yourself 2 goals down away from home, especially at a game like Anfield, Liverpool are now going to be attacking the Kop end even stronger. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a really tough spot for Man United to be in.
Well, this is a result tonight. In fact, a set of results tonight that both the League Cup finalists will be very happy to see. I think it would validate City's decision to bring in Nick Cushing. If United lose here, if Arsenal draw, suddenly City are back in contention for Europe, in serious contention for Europe. And for Chelsea, well, United dropping points and Arsenal dropping points leaves Chelsea in a position where they've got a gap, they've got a margin. They can afford to rest up against City in the WSL. So it would be a really poor result for both the clubs involved and a really important result for the 2 clubs not playing.
United would have looked at it and gone, right, if we beat Liverpool tonight, we go 5 behind. Chelsea, realistically, will be least focused on the league game against City in that run of 4. So suddenly, if they lose that, United will have the opportunity to close the gap to 2. And that could be all thrown away tonight if they don't manage to turn this game around. And that's the difference between winning a league title and not. Is one game, 90 minutes sometimes, is the difference. And tell Man City, a couple goals is sometimes the difference between whether you win a league title or not. So for United, the biggest 45 minutes of their season now, they have to respond.
Exactly, because as it stands, City would be 4 points off them. United have still got to play City. United have still got to play Chelsea, and United have still got to play Arsenal. United are the only side in the top 4 that do still have to play Chelsea.
How has City done that, by the way? If they only end up 4 points off second, despite everything that's happened this season, that's incredible.
Well, Arsenal would only be 2 points off City.
I can't
Suddenly, City are 2 points off Europe. And they're a slip up from either Arsenal or United away, who have both got to play each other, and United have got to play Chelsea. They're a slip up from one of those 2 clubs away from being back in Europe. And I know Chelsea City have still got to play Chelsea, but that feels like a much easier win given the context of when that game happens.
After the draw to West Ham after that draw to West Ham on 1-1, if you had told Manchester City fans that you'd be 2 points off Europe, by the end of this weekend, they'd be 2 points off Europe and won the League Cup. If you told Man City fans that a week and a half ago, they'd have changed their manager, won the League Cup and be 2 points off Europe, they'd have laughed you out the room. That's how incredible football is sometimes.
This could turn around, they could lose the League Cup final, and suddenly it's a completely different story, isn't it?
You've got a new manager, you didn't win the Cup, and no silver again, and
Chelsea coming again in a couple of days. So that's how quickly football can flip around.
And Liverpool, who had a really, really tough season, sacked their manager because of it, now find themselves best of the rest.
And in the FA Cup semi-finals.
And they're in the last 4 of the FA tonight. They could again 45 minutes away from being 5th in the league, which is something I did not think we'd see Liverpool in.
No. And Brighton have got to play Tottenham, which isn't the easiest game right now. No, Tottenham don't have Beth England, so I'm not sure how they're going to score, but we'll see.
Yeah, a massive 45 now, and United are already out. United are ready to go. The first 5-10 minutes of the second half is crucial because yes, it's only 5-10 minutes, but it could be the difference between United scoring 3 and United only scoring 2, and that 2 points could be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, indeed. An hour gone, by the way, in the game between Everton and Arsenal, still 1-1 over there. Arsenal have had all the shots, but none of the big chances. 2 big chances for Everton. They've missed one, scored one. None for Arsenal, but they've had 11 shots. Only 3 on target.
See, that'll be worrying for Arsenal because the Liverpool game, fair enough, I think they got caught out by the fact that Liverpool played on the front foot and took the game to them. But if they drop points to Everton again, where it's a similar performance to what we used to stereotypically pick with, kind of would think with Arsenal, where they have all the shots and don't do anything with it, it's going to be interesting to see. They can't afford to drop that standard again.
Well, without having seen any of the match yet, it feels very much... I mean, the FA Cup game, I think, fell on the shoulders of René Slagers, not realising how Liverpool were going to play, not adjusting to it, not making the right subs. But based on the stats alone, and I could be wrong on this one, but it looks like it's more on the players this evening.
Yeah, potentially so. Yeah, makes sense. It's the worst again. It's the worst. It could be the worst idea if they drop points again. It could be another one where Arsenal sort of going into the end of the season on a bad run of form, whereas United have won 7 in a row, but they're gonna have to work harder. They want to make it 8.
And well, it will be a Liverpool to get us back underway here at Anfield for the second half. From the middle, knocked back by Herbinger, and we're underway here at Anfield. Liverpool lead Manchester United by 2-0. Can they maintain this result? Can they pull off the upset? Or will Manchester United get back into this game? Well, that is not the way to start if they do. Gabriel George forced to put out a play under pressure from Olivia Smith.
Also, as Phil says, a quadruple sub for Arsenal. Absolutely. I mean, that is clearly a sign of what has been going on that pitch for the first hour.
Yeah, it's still happening. It's 3 of them on there so far.
Right, okay.
Forward for Marnham, Mead for Kelly, Blackstenius for Little. They're going for the game.
Yeah. I understand how important it is they get a result tonight. Are you surprised not seeing a United change at half time?
Yes and no. Who do they bring in that changed the game massively? Miyazawa gives them a slightly different profile in midfield, but have they really been caught out in midfield? No. It's just that they've been caught out because they've been playing a high line and Liverpool caught them on the counter twice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not personnel. That's structural. Which is odd because United this season, their defensive structure has been the best in the league. But tonight they got caught out. Not once, but twice.
Yeah.
Equally, I'd argue the first one's more on 2 players, Clinton and was it Turner that could have made a tackle and didn't. They allowed Smith in too early, and then Tyler Joyce has got to do better. Yeah. Because no matter how badly they did, it's still a really difficult angle to score from, and Tyler Joyce should have saved that.
The corner will hurt because that's silly. That's really silly. To at the end, I know they were pushing for a goal to level up, but at the end of the day, it's much. If you go into 1-0, you only go to half time 1-0 down, that's fine. But they just threw everything at the corner, got completely caught out, and to concede that close to half time was just really sloppy.
Yes, and Arsenal fans can stop panicking because they do now lead 2-1. It's Caitlin Ford with a goal over there for Arsenal.
That triple change worked.
Yes, they took off Leah Williamson as well for Kyra Cooney-Cross. I presume Vouty moving to the back line then.
Slagers went for it. Didn't get the subs right on Sunday, so she went, I'm going to sub everyone on.
Well, again, I look at, we see that they've missed a lot of chances in the first half, in the first hour. But a team with Vouty, Marnham, Little, Kelly, Russo, Caldente as their attack. I don't see where their creativity is. Apart from Little, who set up Russo.
I question why...
but why take out Mead and Ford?
But also, why Cooney-Cross didn't start the Liverpool game? Fair enough. International break and all that. But why did she not start this game? She's been brilliant, creative, in terms of that creative threat for Arsenal this season.
Yeah.
Why does Slagers prefer that pivot of Vouty and Little at the moment? We've seen them struggle all season.
But as soon as you take off Little, suddenly, and Marnham and Williamson and Kelly, suddenly they score with it.
Marnham's no one who her form just seems to have dried up a little bit.
Well, she went on a good scoring run under Jonas Eideval, but it was just they were finding a lot of space behind Russo. Yeah. By Russo obviously then being that first line, holding the making the pitch very long, by being in that offensive line, it creates space in behind there.
Really good hold up there from Haug once again, and this will be a thing for Liverpool. Is they will look at it and just try and bounce it every cut, just get through every single couple of minutes because it just reduced that likelihood of United turning it around. Just gets less and less.
Phil correcting foot mob. Then Vouty came off. Leia stayed on, and Leia's apparently had a good game against Kelly Gargo.
That's actually that's a relatively tough test, which a lot of sides, including that Chelsea centre half pairing, struggled to contain.
Yeah.
Kelly Gargo, she's caused problems for every defence that she's come up against this season.
I think there have been questions over the years of Williamson dealing with those more physical centre halves. We saw earlier this season, centre forwards I meant. But yeah, strikers. We saw earlier this season Maya Ramirez up against Arsenal. She made life really difficult for the centre backs.
She bullied everyone. I mean, Kennedy was eating grass, and Kennedy ate grass. Ramirez made Kennedy eat grass, then made a run to NWSL. It does also look like Gabriel George is going to have to come off here for United to make matters worse.
This will be a worry, but it will have an opportunity to Sandberg. Someone who hasn't had those opportunities much this season.
I think it's the top of the foot for George, and they have taken her boot off, and she will now go down the tunnel with only one boot on. There is now just a physio just walking around with a boot. But I think she's actually just gone on it. I don't think Sandberg's come on. Yeah, Galton's just dropped to left back momentarily. Says United down to 10.
Here is Herbinger. And 2 to the left wing, so a momentary 4-2-3 for United.
I mean, Liverpool, perfect opportunity to try and punish.
And that is exactly what Olivia's just trying to do. Galton forcing her down there. Not given as a foul, as it is a United throw.
Sandberg still getting her socks on. No, a slight on her. Of course, she wasn't ready to come on. She wasn't expecting to come on.
So quickly.
Yeah. United.
The picture is I've got to delay a bit longer.
Yeah.
If they are to go on to concede here, I think it's going to be fuming at his physios.
Just, pretend their boot's stuck on or something before you take it off. Or, I don't know, she can't get up.
Kai Vargas asked, did Man United make changes? No changes just yet. They are now going to have to make a change due to an injury to Gabrielle George. Hannah Sandberg will come on in her place at left back. Here is Clark.
He's smart from Liverpool.
Vito putting pressure on it. And Laws send it forwards. One back there by Janssen.
With United down to 10 momentarily. Oh, that's messy. Well recovered from Nagano.
They're just playing possession, but they have now lost it. Riviere, ball into the box, claimed by Laws.
It's smart to keep the ball because Laws not happy with the linesman on the far side. But yeah, understanding they're trying to keep the ball because United aren't going to press as aggressively.
Also, and the longer that United can't bring their player on, the better. Keep it in touch for as long as possible.
That is true.
And you're playing against a team with 10 players.
Yeah.
There's Matthews. Clark. Sends the ball forwards. Flicked on there by Haug. Now Letitia makes a bit of a hash of that, but Turner under no pressure has time to bring it down. Now Galton. Toon nudged down there by Hines, and that's too aggressive. And that will give United that chance to make a change, you'd think.
Whiteley must be just
and Sambo then coming on here at left back.
That was weird. That was a weird one. There, no one came off.
Yeah, well, Galton went over to high five her, which is good, just to that normality of shaking someone's hand as you come on. Billy says Arsenal have been okay tonight, but can't finish. Might as well have turned up in flippers rather than boots. Who's missed the chances then, Phillies? Because that's the interesting part.
Because Russo scored.
But she could have also missed 5. So that's what I want to know.
Yeah. Who scored the second?
Ford. Came off the bench and scored within a minute.
Again, why is she on the bench?
Because Chloe Kelly must start.
I don't get it. I really
they've got Champions League in another week. So I'm guessing that's why there's a rotation there.
It's a Friday night. They don't play till Tuesday.
That's only 4 days.
That's quite nice, though.
Well, that's why they've moved to Friday night. Because they couldn't play on Sunday, could they? Clinton puts the ball into the box. Force a Galton chance for United. It's really messy defending, but they get away with it. I was worried Hines went in too aggressively there. I could read Law's lips there. Oh my God, ref.
I don't think Laws and Hines are very happy that's been given a corner.
No.
I mean,
what gave that away?
I don't know. Maybe it was the hands on the head and the mouth of the gate from Rachel Laws as she got up. I mean, they've got a point.
Was it Laws shouting, oh my God?
Yeah. United corner.
Ball into the box from Toon towards the near post. Dealt with. Smith then hooks it away, and that will give something for Kerr to chase. Clinton turns her well. Pass forwards those weak, and that'll be clipped forwards by Haug. But Haug is the player that would have been aimed for. So it doesn't quite come on. She chased after it. She kicked it high enough. She might have got after it.
Really good from Bernabé.
Stands her up well. And then forces her to give away possession. Capox.
Good, really tidy.
Now Nagano. Now Olivia Smith. Nice touch. And she'll come forward with touch and tease. Tries to take on Sandberg. Lovely control. That's a penalty. Referee, I don't know how you've not given
Wow. Wow. That is Sandberg.
Unbelievable.
Sandberg very fortunate. Again, superb from Smith. It's so direct. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
And she does well as she cuts back.
She
and
toys with her opponent.
Yeah.
It's the teasing touches to just draw in Sandberg. And the game will now be stopped because Smith's still down the penalty area. I can't see what the referee sees. She's got a great view there of what's happened.
Smith, I'm watching back again, but
Sandberg gets caught out.
Smith cuts it back and Sandberg just stops her getting to it. I think the United fullback's very fortunate.
There's already a pull outside the box. That's a stonewall penalty. Every day of the week, that's a penalty. She cuts it back and she's not looking at the ball. She's manhandled Smith to the floor.
Oh, I'm going to have a look.
I don't see any other way that is not a penalty.
Yeah. She's got two arms around her.
I cannot.
Don't get me wrong. I think Smith got, and again, I think we see this with Smith's type of players. I think there's definitely a reluctance to give free kicks and penalties for her. And I think that is something
but it's a bias and maybe an unconscious one, but I think it's definitely there when you see it with Myra Ramirez as well. These more physical players, these stronger players, don't get those kind of decisions.
No offence, if that's Fuka Nagano, that's a penalty. Yeah. Because she'd literally been thrown on the floor. I think Smith...
Well, she is anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's not a penalty.
Smith does go down easily, yes, but she's been stopped from getting the ball. Even if she doesn't go down there, I still think there's an argument to give a penalty because Sandberg is stopping her from getting to the ball.
Well, if you're watching along, please do give us your input in the live chat because I'm intrigued to see if anyone disagrees with me there. But I just can't see a way that's not a penalty.
I think
can't see it. And Raj makes a good point, not just stronger players, but also often women of colour. That's very true. And, I think you'd look at Khadija Shaw, you'd look at Myra Ramirez, you'd look at Olivia Smith. They're stronger players, they're women of colour, and I think there is that unconscious bias there. I'm not. It's not a thing. I don't think that all of PJOL are racist, but I think there is that unconscious bias there. They see these stronger players, these women of colour, go down in that way, and they don't give it. And I think it's a completely different thing. If an Alessia Russo, to use an example, or an Ella Toon goes down, I think it's a completely different situation.
Yeah.
All that wide.
Another one.
Here's Taylor Hines.
Just a weird decision.
But I can't see any way you look at that as a referee.
No, that's the thing. It's not like the ones where you have, for example, like the ones where the foul is outside the box and it's given a penalty. You can understand those ones because they're hard to see. But she's not being blocked there. It's not a tussle in the penalty area. Mark Skinner's heart rate's through the roof on it, according to his watch.
After that, you can't believe it's that.
But you've got the assistant referee as well on this near side who had a clear line. You've got the referee who had a clear.
But she didn't even go over to ask that.
Well, he should be there, waving that flag around the air like a madman.
Unbelievable.
I mean, obviously they would have communicated. I'd like to think.
Wenger puts it into the area, and that's a good claim from Taylor's choice.
It's one of those where if Liverpool win this game, it'll be fine. But if Man United come back and win this, there'll be a lot of questions because if that penalty is given and Liverpool go 3-0 up, then suddenly that's game done. But yeah.
Here's Sandberg. Sends it up the line. One back in there by Liverpool. Clark sends it forward. House.
Outside.
Right, outside.
Yeah, and again, it will bring questions of VAR and all that, but I still don't think we want that yet. We don't want VAR.
Just competency.
Yeah. We don't want VAR in its current form.
No.
So there's no point ruining the game.
No, I don't think it's not like it's the nitpicky decision, so it's not always a little bit of contact.
Yeah.
It's the clear and obvious ones that aren't getting given. VAR doesn't change that. That you just need stronger refs.
Yeah. Because again, there's still a referee behind that screen. If the referee who sits behind a screen thinks exactly the same as Amy Fern here, it's not going to change anything. It's just I don't get. I don't get how she's looked at that and not gone. Well, hang on a minute, because the ball's over there and Sandberg's just dragged Smith over there.
Yeah.
Weird one.
House got, and then that's a foul.
Yeah.
House gone down under minimal contact.
Not that it's under her due restriction, but even the linesman on the far side probably could have seen that was a penalty.
Some of the crowd should have just, even from United's end. But yeah.
Bizarre one. But, especially in a ground like this as well, with a pretty packed out Cop end. It's the type of crowd that can definitely convince a referee, and they were up on their feet and had their arms in the air. Didn't make it. Didn't back an eyelid.
Ball in. Smith almost gets there but can't, and now United will break the other way. Clinton, big tackle from Taylor Hines. United still going forwards now though. Beasley. United, Liverpool stopped dropping there. The tackle happened and everyone stood and applauded. That's a fantastic challenge from Jenna Clark.
Taylor Hines under Amber Whiteley has been a different player.
Irvinger.
I don't know if she's just better as a fullback than a wing back.
Hines?
Yeah. But she's so much better.
I think the other thing I'd say is that playing as a right back, and we saw this with, trying to think who it was now last season. I was in the men's game, so it's Mark Cucurella. When you play, Gustav, I can't remember. Anyway, when you play a left back at right back, so if someone is left footed and you put them at right back, rather than them going into their old habits and all that, because they've got to think about it more because they're playing on their weaker side, they simplify the game.
Yeah.
And so that's what we've seen from Taylor Hines today. She's not trying to overcomplicate it. She's getting back in. She's making tackles. She's considering her positioning more. She's considering her shape. She's considering those aspects of the game, her marking, her positioning, all of that. You just think about it more because that's not your natural position. So I think playing in that role, playing as the right back in this back four, really beneficial for her.
Amber Whiteley's got a lot right tonight. And I think there's a lot to like. The first goal is very exciting. If I'm a Liverpool fan, I'd be very excited about watching how that first goal developed. The in-possession football, the way that Clark stepped into midfield, if that's something that Whiteley is going to introduce to this Liverpool side, they could end up being a really good tactical side. And again, it's Clark stepping up here and going on a brilliant drive. And
Clark
that one
goes down outside the area. And I think it was just outside, to be fair, that one.
Oh, yeah.
But there's another question around it.
Kind of got sandwiched between Janssen and Sandberg. We'll see it back here.
It's another amazing drive from Jenna
Darts
Clark.
past one, darts past two.
I mean, I say it's a foul. It's not a penalty, but it is a foul. Neither of them touch the ball.
Oh, yeah, it is a foul. Now, again, it's fine margins, but Clark's left foot is in the penalty area.
I think the contact starts outside the box, though, so it would be given... Yeah, I don't think
that's one of those where you'd see in the men's game that would be given as outside the box, and VAR would find a way to give it as a penalty.
Yeah. Right, so Liverpool's new manager bounces real. Indeed. Now playing well under Amber Whiteley.
But that's the big thing. It's the differences between other managers. It's not just the morale's better.
Here comes Cornelia Kapok. So yeah, there is a profound difference in the tactics. Kapok's bearing in on goal. It's a shot wide. Got to be challenging Tyler Joyce there.
She's in a really good position, not under much pressure. And the fact that she managed to hit the target from about 25 yards in the first half. She's in the penalty area here. It's a lovely ball through. Running direct at Turner. Should do a lot better. Should do a lot better with that. And that would be disappointing because now, look, again...
But also, we've seen Tyler Joyce tested tonight, and so far, she's made a mistake on every one.
But again, testament to Liverpool. Because yes, I think... For 90 minutes against Arsenal, they took the game to them. It was an even match. First half here, I think they're outplayed. Second half, though, even. It's been an even game. Yeah. If anything, Liverpool will be the better side. Incredible response.
How ends up the line that will run through those United defense.
And again, questions about Manchester United. They have not responded to going 2-0 down. Second half, they have not stepped it up. They have not played better.
Yeah.
And Liverpool have. That's what's happening. United haven't changed the way they're playing. United haven't raised or dropped their standard across this whole 63 minutes. Liverpool just raised theirs. And that is why this game has become really even. United have got to find something because they're running out of time. And it doesn't look like change is going to be coming. That's Miyazawa.
I was going to say, Hinata Miyazawa. Strip him, as is. I thought Melvin Mallard was getting up there. She's just getting another coat.
Coat for somebody.
Ball forward there from United. Headed back towards goalkeeper Laws. An offside call in there anyway.
Interfering. It's a weird one because obviously who was it? Clark, Clark or Matthews who actually let the ball bounce, but still no one had touched it since the ball had been smashed forward from United.
Yeah, and well, Rachel Williams out to warm up for United as well then. Well, they need some firepower, they need some inspiration on there, and they need it quickly. Ball forward from Laws. That's going to bounce through the United defence. Olivia Smith will put pressure on them now. Tallis Joyce getting it clear.
When you see her charging off that ball,
Yeah,
you just believe for a split second that she's always going to be the one to get there first.
Here is Alejandra Bernabé. Super impressive performance as well from Bernabé tonight. Someone who wasn't handed an opportunity really by Chelsea. And again, that's a confusing one.
Really good.
With the injuries in the first half of the season to Neve Child. Obviously, Sandy Baltimore, though, doing really well in that role. Lovely exchanges down the left-hand side. Bit clumsy from Riviere, but nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, given. Penalty.
Well, we'll see a replay. It definitely looked clumsy.
It was really clumsy from Jade Riviere. United will protest.
Fair, United have had two now, which easily could have been given.
And
again, it's brilliant from Bernabé. Getting forwards, creating the width, and Riviere, it's so clumsy. Penalty to Liverpool, sorry. And that one, I think she wins the ball. So that's the confusing aspect, isn't it?
It's the weakest of the three, and it's the one that's... I mean, I don't know what happens up.
Bernabé's second bit. She deceives the referee by falling over for a second time. And the rest right there. Oh. It's that bit there.
She takes her to the edge.
She makes it look clumsy.
There's been 3 penalty appeals for Liverpool today, and the third one, which is the weakest of the lot, which probably isn't a penalty, is given. But this is what we say about football sometimes, is that eventually it does work its way round.
This, isn't it? And from 12 yards, Olivia Smith with a chance to put this game out of sight. From the spot. Referee's whistle. She steps up and coolly dispatches of the penalty. Liverpool 3, Manchester United 0. And when in the reverse fixture, United completed a 4-0 rout of the Reds. But now, Liverpool lead here at Anfield by 3-0. A damning lead. Can United show any response in the final 24 minutes?
Wow.
They've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. What a moment. Smith with her second of the night, and a big one for her, for Liverpool, to fire home in front of a practically sold out Cop End, and a nice little wave as well to her family and friends who are watching.
Yeah.
Big penalty, big goal.
Lovely stuff.
Because with 23 minutes to go, United don't pull this back.
It's a confident penalty.
Yeah.
Confident penalty. She knows where she's putting it. She strikes it well, sends the keeper the wrong way as well for good measure. Ryder making a good point as well. That's the only penalty shout where the aggressor there is a woman of colour. You look at the other two decisions. You don't want to go too conspiratory with it, but it is a worthy point to note. Because that one's the weakest of the three, and it's the one that's given. Yet, we saw Olivia Smith taken out by Sandberg in what was a quite obvious decision, not given. But oh well, justice comes around. Liverpool lead this game by 3-0.
Wow. Just wow. This is incredible. Olivia Smith, what a performance. Liverpool, what a performance.
All I had to do was take her out of my fantasy WSL team because they're playing United. I thought, there's no chance.
And I think no chance
they win that 3-0.
The massive thing to remember is this isn't a case of that United have been the better side now. This second, Liverpool have been the better. United was the better side in the first 45. And Liverpool got 2 goals against the run of play at the end of the half. But Liverpool, in this second half, have been the better side. And they deserve that third goal. Fortuitous in its circumstance, but as we say, they were probably robbed of a penalty 5-10 minutes ago. They finally get one now.
Probably generous.
Yeah.
Adele's saying, Bernabé is true Chelsea. She did a big favour tonight. And that means Chelsea now can focus on the other games rather than the WSL.
Yeah, this is a big loan spell for Bernabé because it is her basically proving to Bombastor that she can play at the WSL level. And that's exactly, I think, what she's done so far.
Yeah. Clinton. Ball across the box there, cleared away by Clark.
Flags up again.
Maria says, do you think a part of it is that knowing the others should have been penalties and then the ref trying to fix their mistakes?
Yeah.
It's going to play into it, isn't it? when you've got 3 calls there that you think, oh, that could be a penalty on all 3 of them, I think that you are more likely to give that last one. So that definitely does play into it as well. But that still, for me, doesn't excuse the fact that first penalty, that first call is the most obvious penalty I've seen this season.
Yeah.
Sandberg gets nowhere near the ball.
It's not quite Zelen playing
This season where it's fine. Oh, no, actually, I genuinely can't think of a more obvious penalty. Oh, no, when Kirsty Smith caught the football. That one.
At least that was given, because if that had been given, I would have lost my head.
Ball inside, Kapok's caught there.
Wow.
And Laetitia bringing her down.
Liverpool are up this. This could... I mean this when I say it. This could get messy.
Well, yeah, and the United side, who've conceded just 6 goals all season, are suddenly on 9 goals conceded.
Third of their goals in this one game. Amber Whiteley is cooking.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff. But again, as I said earlier, it's not just about the mental side of the game for Liverpool. The tactical, advancements that Whiteley has already showed in 3 games look incredible.
Ball in from Herbinger, headed away. Now Hines. And that's the thing, because it's not like she's taken an unhappy team. They weren't unhappy under Matt Beard. Yes, the results perhaps weren't there this season, but the mitigating circumstances meant that wasn't really an unhappy Liverpool camp. But yeah, she's taken that side, and the tactical improvements, as you say, in just a short matter of time is really encouraging. And I think to look more long term, and not to be too hyperbolic, but Liverpool are setting themselves up in a position now. You look at the core of this squad, and it's young players. If they can hold on to some of the players they've brought in on loan this season, I think Sam Kerr is definitely someone that they could bring in on a more permanent basis. I think suddenly they're looking like a really good, really strong team. That's a good ball from Olivia Smith. And a chance now for Liverpool. Herbinger. Smith now coming up in support. Breaking into the penalty area. Smith takes aim. It's blocked. Strike from Kapox for that save.
Smith will fancy it now. A hat-trick at Anfield would be absolutely incredible against Manchester United.
And actually, Rise made that point. Olivia Smith at Anfield is feeling a bit like LJ at the bridge. There's that inevitability. There's that big game player in her.
And yes, Matt Beard did spend all of his FSG transfer budget of 2 seasons on one player, but it could be worth it.
But she's the type of player they sell on for very, very good money.
Yeah.
If the WSL market does explode over the next couple of years, she could easily be, I'd say, £1 million player.
She's one of those players where we look at it and go, thinking ahead to, it's only 2 years away now, but 2027 World Cup. She's the type of player we look at it and go, well, for Canada, she can be a leading star. Obviously, they've got other players. That's in Canada could be a real force. They've got some very good players. Yeah,
they'll have a peak-age Jessie Fleming. She'll be 30 at that World Cup. Let's just all deep that a second. Jessie Fleming will be 30 at the 2027 World Cup.
Wow.
But yeah, as you say, there is some good talent coming through. I think Ashley Lawrence will still be 29.
Yeah, hopefully if Buchanan recovers from her ACL well.
Could still have one last World Cup there. Vanessa Gilles, you'd expect.
Baller.
Will be at that World Cup.
She's not 29. I remember we looked at we thought she was in her 30, no, she's still quite young. They've got a really good side, Canada. Yeah. I'm sure some players we've forgotten as well.
If only they didn't use drones.
Yeah. Don't even need to use them. They've got a good team. Why are they cheating?
Yeah, 3-1 Arsenal. Alessia Russo, by the way.
Again.
A brace for her. Another player I decided
cheating to double digits.
Another player I decided not to bring into my fancy WSL this week.
I captained her, I think.
I brought in Caldente instead. I used my clean slate, brought in Caldente. I thought everyone's going to go Russo. So rather than do that, I'm not going to go Caldente. And it's not the right decision.
So Russo wants double digits now. Only 2 behind Clear Shaw. Could get tasty.
Yeah.
Equally Shaw will probably score in every single game.
They're now level on games, and there's only 1 in it. 2 in it. 10 to 12. Yeah. So who knows? Olivia Smith coming forwards now for Liverpool. Tries to beat Sandberg. Sandberg
better.
Does well there.
Really good from Sandberg. That too many players have just let Smith just burst past them.
Yeah, Philly's also saying Grosso and Heitema both could grow into really good players.
Right, I'm convinced Canada are going to win the 2027 World Cup. It's in Brazil, isn't it?
Yes.
Maybe Mark will come back in like mid-40s and just slap on top corner of Brazil.
Or better, she's the manager.
That would be great, but that would be harsh on the geezer who's already there because he did really well at the Olympics.
Yeah, I can't
So
remember.
well, I can't remember his name.
Great job, mate. But who are you?
15 minutes to go. This is game over. United aren't pulling back 3 goals in 15 minutes. If they do,
it's
I'll be
not
stunned.
Piers Sandhurst, is it?
No.
Arta Elias.
That's the one. He did very well.
Or Elias. Chloe Lacasse says Marcus Howard. Well, that's another one. I've not. As I say, I don't watch much NWSL. Maybe we'll watch some this year. If there's interest,
I
more
forgot
than
about
cover it. But yeah, she's out there now, isn't she? So yeah, be interesting to see if she is how she's doing out there. Simia Wujo, another one. Thank you, Marcus Howard. Another young, another young Canadian.
There, I'm convinced. I want Canada in the sweepstake for the 2010 World Cup.
You're rigging sweepstake for Canada. Everyone else for Spain. You're like Canada. Come on.
Well, Evans coming on for Matthews. A solid defensive performance from Liverpool. Really good from Matthews once again.
If we're still doing this show in 2 years' time, I expect to see you draped in a maple leaf for the only eating maple syrup.
Oh Canada, oh Canada.
Yeah.
United.
Marcus Adriana Leon, another great shout. A good player. Yeah.
And Mallard come on and score a hat-trick in 15 minutes to save a point for United.
Like he says, this result means Chelsea can rest their whole first team against Man City in the WSL.
Yeah, it means Chelsea have got... But what it means, Chelsea got 2 free chips again.
Yeah.
If the gap were close to 5, Chelsea only have 1 free hit chip, and then United would be within 2. But it now means that Chelsea can afford to lose 2 games, really.
Yeah.
Or draw in 4 games, which is a really healthy position to be in.
Yeah, it gives them a very good chance to rest up next weekend. Philly says, NWSL is good to watch free on YouTube too. Well, that's why we've never covered it, because there's no points free on YouTube. But with the announcement the other day that TNT are taking 2 NWSL games a weekend, there could be a market there.
I love TNT to buy randoms for.
Probably forgot they bought them, and they'll show. But this broadcast brings it halfway
Going
through.
match in progress.
Yeah. Because they're showing a highlight from WWE 2017.
MotoGP highlights.
Yeah. Luckily, we've got TNT in the midweek
Yes.
for the Women's Champions League.
Huge Champions League games.
I'm not sure if they've got the other games though, so probably just watch them on DAZN. Because yeah, they only bought the England one, I think. English clubs. Here is Amber.
Liverpool's got to see us out. If they could come away with tonight with a 3-0 win and a clean sheet against Manchester United, who I will remind you are on have won 7 on the bounce in the league. Incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
And Marcus House says, you guys are my favourite Brit podcast. Cheers. Thank you, Marcus. Let's do a Canada-England show together. If you hit us up, we're more than welcome to do a lot of things. Really,
I will sit there and talk how Canada will win the 2010 World Cup if I need to.
Just like him, I won't bother coming on. The biggest Canada fan here. But yeah, no, if our contact email should be on
It is.
our page, so just go to that and hit us up. But yeah, we're not difficult to contact.
No. Many ways.
I'm not sure where it is.
If not, join the Discord and then just message one of us. Message Jack, don't message me.
Don't stop DMing business. It's just the women's talk chat at gmail.com, to be fair. It's not too complicated, so yeah. We've had business things before, so people have been able to find it.
Loads of business, us.
And that's not a request for randomers just to email it. Just getting that out.
Hello. Hello.
If you've got video ideas, you can email it. But then,
put them on the Discord.
There you go. Like he says, actually, Man City have got difficult games. West Ham away won't be easy. Then they've got the top 3. They could actually end up outside the top 3.
What's the gap between them and Liverpool?
Do Man United or Man City? So Man City would play West Ham.
Oh yeah, Man United. We Man United.
Yeah, United play the last 4 is West Ham away, then the big 3.
It would be the biggest slip up.
Well, Liverpool aren't catching anyone. They're 11 points off City.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's why I asked. I probably should know that.
That mid-pack have all just sat on the
Yeah.
same amount of points.
But Liverpool could burst away from that if they need to.
Well, they were 2 points ahead of Brighton, 4 ahead of Tottenham. So if Tottenham win tomorrow or it's a draw, they will stay fifth.
Tottenham are finally out of the top half, even if it is momentarily.
They win on Sunday.
Who have they got?
Brighton.
Oh,
But remember, the Tottenham don't have any goal scorers.
That's a good point. So unless they're actually going to play Olivia Holt, they're down. Well, so the big game's over. Villa Palace, huge.
Yeah, indeed.
If Palace don't win, they're practically relegated. So that's fun.
Yeah. Antonio says a loss would have come a matter of time. We bounce back. That's the mentality you've got to have, Antonio. Can't dwell on it. Antonio says Skinner out is happy now to rant more about his tactics. Yeah. Talking about the hot takes. That's just good. That's all the hot takes are going to be. Skinner out.
I think again we said this on Sunday with Arsenal. It's more of a testament to how well Liverpool have played.
Chance now for Bizet. On Monday, you mean? In the review.
Yes,
Ball in.
but also while we're live for it.
We went live for us on Liverpool. That's why I was confused.
Are we not?
No, we sat inside watching it.
Oh yeah, but yeah. That's,
Yeah. Don't reference like on stream. You just turned and sent me in the lounge.
But again, testament to how Liverpool have played. They've been superb tonight. Even United at the top level, it would have been difficult. They probably, they maybe would have won or got something. They wouldn't have lost 3-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liverpool are Amber Whiteley and Liverpool are showing that they have the quality on their day to beat the best teams in the league, and that is frightening.
Yeah, and Mikado says Man City will be rejuvenated and at very least get into the top 3. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I think if Arsenal can keep the form up, I think this is a momentary slip from United, but we will see. Perhaps there's something more worrying. Stamberg.
Just yellow. How's not with a card?
Obvious foul on Olivia Smith. Ref takes ages to give that.
The referee is very happy to let everything run. No cards. Mia Enderby's coming on. I'm guessing for Smith. Yes. So no hat trick for Olivia Smith, but I think a smart substitution.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any silly yellow cards. Doesn't need any injuries. What a player. What a player.
And a warm embrace there between Enderby and Smith. It's only going to fuel what Enderby already started. Do you see her TikTok in the week?
No.
It was a hard launch of her and Olivia Smith's relationship, which is quite nice.
That's nice.
So yeah. Saw that on TikTok. I saw it on Twitter, someone talking about it and I had to go onto TikTok. I don't just scroll TikTok. Cleared away there by Liverpool.
Looking at Mia Enderby clips.
Yeah.
Speaking of, she's in here and Liverpool got a good chance.
Breaking away now. Mia Enderby. Nice give and go between her and Herbinger. Enderby puts it into the box. Cleared away by Letitia. United at 6 and 7 tonight though. Clinton clumsy on the edge of the box. Not given as she brings down Fuka Nagano.
Almost clash there and the ref stopped the game. Oh, he's me. I think Clark
Clark.
down with the head.
I don't think it was a head, but it looked like it was a head from the ref.
Yeah, good point.
Well, this is going to be a good name to try and get right.
I was going to
welcome to the stream. Grijpen and Wolf, I'm going to say. It's got the little AE. Not sure how you pronounce that. Please do let us know how to pronounce your name. But welcome to the stream. It says Mia Enderby is about to light it up. Let's see. I feel I've been underwhelmed by Enderby. She looked good at the under 21s Euros.
19.
Was it? Under 19s Euros
One
last summer, whichever one it was last summer. And she looked really sharp. But I think, it's just not. I've not seen it in the WSL this season. I want to see more from Enderby. I think she's an incredibly talented player, immensely talented player. I just want to see a little bit more from her.
Yeah.
Here come United. Hinata Miyazawa breaking away at speed. Gets it across to Grace Clinton. Can United find a consolation goal? At this stage, it will matter for little, but it would be nice for an individual player's goal tally.
Well, maybe if Smith can teach Enderby a few things, and that would definitely boost her performances.
Yeah. Ball in, heads away. My marker says for country, Smith also takes a load of rough tackles from opponents. I feel refs overlook it because she herself is so strong. Yeah, we spoke about this a bit earlier when that penalty just wasn't given. It was the most blatant penalty I've seen in the league this season, or one of them. But yeah, just I can't understand how that wasn't a penalty. Mallard brings down Enderby there. Aaron asked if there be any added time. I imagine a few minutes. We've seen a couple stoppages.
Yeah,
Or a penalty.
5, I think.
No, I'll say 4.
Oh, but 5 is outlandish.
Like you said, Man United just don't have a plan B. No, they haven't really had anything to switch to tonight. The problem for United, though, is that it's not really been... It's difficult. I want to analyse it more. We'll talk about it on Monday. But from what I've seen, it's not been any one reason you can look at that they have been open, that they've lost this game 3-0. Like, yes, there's elements that are personnel based. For the first goal, you've got 2 players who've not made a strong enough challenge on Smith, and then an error from the goalkeeper. The second goal is a counter-attack where you've got to question United tactically and how they've set up their rest defence there. And then the third goal's a penalty. But they kept giving away penalties, and there was a constant onslaught there.
I mean, the second one infuriates me as a neutral. How on earth? It's a 2-on-5. Sam Kerr has 1 player to pass it to. You know that ball is going to Nagano because it can't physically go to anyone else without going backwards. So why is no one on it? But yeah, I think that the problem is this 3-0 looks like a massive scoreline. But at the end of the day, it was a crazy last 4 minutes of the first half that completely flipped the game. Yeah. Because without that, it would have been 0-0 at half time and United probably go on to win the game.
Yeah, they just never seemed to recover in the second half. They never got going in this game.
It happens in football. 4 minutes completely changes the complexity of the match.
I think as well, people will criticise United without perhaps looking at just how strong Liverpool are.
Oh, so good.
I think a lot of people going, well, last season was an overperformance from Liverpool and this season's, a return to the norm. But I think you could also look at it the other way, in that actually they were very good last season. This season they've had a load of injuries, which hasn't helped their cause at all, and then they've struggled as a result. But yeah, I don't think that I still think there are some gaps in this squad. I think that any side that's playing a back to Matthews and Clark probably isn't the strongest centre-back partnership in the league, but they've made it work and they've both played really well tonight. So, a team is more than the individual talent. It's the sum of its parts, and this Liverpool side are really well set up. So I think in terms of reviewing this from a United perspective, you also got to consider just how good Liverpool have been.
I mean, even the loaning in Kerr and Bernabei could also completely transform Liverpool's season because
and Bartel would have been the same if she hadn't got injured.
Yeah, if they didn't have Kerr and Bernabei tonight, they'd massively struggle because they'd have to throw another player in the midfield and have to work. You've already got Taylor Hines playing right back. You don't have to just every makeshift.
Bartel's on the bench to be fair. She's not injured. I seem to remember her getting injured at one point. She's fine. Ball in behind. Cut out well there by Clark. And there's a few fouls there on Sam Kerr. But yeah. Liverpool only 2 changes so far. I'm surprised they haven't made more considering their comfortable position. Maybe get a Zara Shaw on, maybe get a Julia Bartel on. No prizes for guessing who BBC have given player of the match or who everyone on the planet has given player of the match. To Olivia Smith.
Yeah, what a performance in front of a pretty strong Anfield crowd. A player who's had a stellar season, puts herself onto 6 goals for the campaign, which, saying where Liverpool found themselves at times this season, is a really good performance. And tonight, just all round a super performance.
Huge threat.
Yeah,
huge threat in front of goal. And I think as well, what won't go noticed from this performance was a huge defensive contribution. There were times where she tracked back tonight. Yeah. She was really strong against the opposition. Another day she completes that hat-trick. And so, I think a huge talent blossoming in front of our eyes here in the WSL.
Yeah.
Miyazawa.
It's what...
Now Letitia bursts into the penalty area. Good run from Letitia, and she tucks that home really nicely. It'll matter for very little now, but it's Liverpool 3, United 1. So at least United fans have something to applaud. Letitia, again, really, really good player. Even on a day where United have shipped 3, she's still done something like that.
Yeah.
Really tidy bit of work.
Yeah, as you say, it's the end of the game. Liverpool switch off slightly. She darts inside, scores a good goal.
But it's just one of those games where certain players who I think have overperformed this season for United had tough games.
Yeah.
I think both the fullbacks really struggled against Liverpool's more direct wingers, especially on the left-hand side where they've gone up against Olivia Smith tonight. I think Turland has struggled to, compete with the physicality of Haug. And I think that she's been drawn out by Haug. There's left space for other players to then dart in behind.
Yeah.
Ball in behind now for United. And then I was going to say, the charge starts. Law sends it forwards. Flag is up. Yeah, and Tyler's Joyce as well, who has had a fantastic season, has made some really important saves at times, but I think there has been an overperformance in that regard.
Yeah, again, if she saves the first one, it could be a completely different game.
Yeah, at 15,500 at Anfield tonight, not a bad turnout at all from Liverpool. I think, Liverpool are a club with huge untapped potential in the women's game. A side who won titles at the start of the formation of the WSL, but years of neglect have led them in a position where they're in the Championship. They got back up to the WSL only a few years ago, and now they're in a position where they're playing catch up with their big rivals in the English football landscape. But I think now there is seemingly a bit of investment, even if it's not huge from FSG.
Yeah, if it's like with Olivia Smith, she will either become a top talent at a top club, or she will develop with Liverpool as Liverpool become a top club. I think both are very reasonable.
Olivia Smith's destined for greatness either way. Yeah. Either Liverpool keep her and she blossoms for them, or they sell her and they have loads of money.
That hopefully, if it went back to the club, she would then be the reason that
they'd then buy more Olivia Smiths.
Yes. Or FSG would pocket all of it and go home.
Okay. Here is another Gemma Evans. Not a bad footballer, but not exactly Olivia Smith. Ball into the box. Headed away.
Thanks again.
Yeah, that lineup's been busy.
United fans not happy.
Well, I don't think she's done anything particularly wrong there.
No. Yeah, that flag has gone up every single time. But Amber Whiteley, 3 games, 3 wins, and saying one of them was in an FA Cup quarter-final away at Arsenal, and one of them was at Anfield against Manchester United. Huge.
Yeah. And Amber Whiteley taking inspiration from Sonia Von Pastor with the AirPods in. I wonder if she's also got someone up in the crowd watching, or whether she's just listening to some tunes.
Matt Beard. That'd be brilliant. That'd be so funny.
It's all Matt Beard masterminding it. From an executive box.
People questioned why they got rid of Matt Beard.
We did.
And we did, yes.
We were the people who did that.
Yes, but clearly Amber Whiteley has a way of playing. She has an idea.
Yeah. Well, I think, as with everything in life, especially in punditry, where you give opinions, where you have to make judgment calls at times, we get things wrong. And that's why our hands up and say we're wrong on that.
I like Matt Beard. I think he's a brilliant bloke. He's a Liverpool legend, and it was a hard one to see him go.
I want to have a beer with Matt Beard. I want to do an interview with Matt Beard. If he wants to combine the two, we'll get that done.
Just sit down with him and chat. Brilliant.
That'd be good. But yeah. Anyway, another substitution out for Liverpool. And that'll be the end of Cornelia Capox this evening.
She, after the first half an hour that she spent just trying to fight Riviere, she had a good game.
Yeah. She's someone who I think showed glimpses under Matt Beard, but again, because she never played in a natural position, we didn't see much. She's now coming off that left wing and she looks really dangerous. Tanya Daniels on though. Yanya Daniels on for 2 minutes now. But she'll get a run out at least.
Not in goal, which is a shame.
Shame we never saw that.
Okay, if Man United score from this throw, they'll have a minute.
Philly says, to be fair, Liverpool just spent a fortune on the training facilities. Yeah, but again, I hear this argument, but this is Liverpool Football Club, owned by Fenway Sports Group. They are not strapped for cash. And I know that people will say, well, they're going to consider revenue. The women's side aren't bringing in as much. Yes, but that's why you invest. You invest, and then they bring in more because they're winning things. That's how investment works.
If Liverpool were a top side, and this was a top-of-the-table clash for who wins the league, there'd be more than 15,000 people.
I also find it hilarious when people insist that the women's game must make money for these clubs. No one in men's football is making any money, apart from the players and Sky. Everyone else is losing money.
Someone's winning. FIFA.
Yeah, Gianni Infantino is the only winner.
But that's the
Everyone
thing.
else loses.
The constant argument in the women's game is you can't put money in because they don't make it back. Men's teams consistently report losses of almost over £100 million.
Man United are 250 million in debt.
They're so far in debt. If they hadn't cut the caterers' wages, there'd be £1 billion in debt apparently. So I don't know how much they're paying Julie in the kitchen. But
Delia Smith.
yeah, they did have Mary Berry in there to be fair. Why it was so high?
Wow, from Sandberg again.
Clinton.
But yeah, I think it's one of those. I mean, if you also Man City have started building their new training facilities. They're exclusively women's training facilities. They look lovely.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah, they're lucky. They look lush.
Hmm.
But again, they are not struggling. I can tell you right now that the whoever
Sheikh
Sheikh
Mansour's waiting for payday.
he can't
We're going
buy
light-
takeaway.
We're going light on groceries this week, kids. We've only got 300 billion in the bank.
and billions of pounds in my family.
Good ball in from Sandberg playing well.
Law's been much better, and look at that. I mean, it was a bit of a weird embrace, but hugging as she's gone down with Law, she's been protected by centre half, just hugs the calf of Evans.
Philly says he came across really well. I think it's on Matt Beard in the West Ham documentary. Shame COVID hit and ruined that. Yeah, he seems like a genuinely sound bloke. That's what I want, more fly on the wall documentaries as well in the women's game. Like a United one would be great. I want to see if Mark Skinner's actually bullying everyone and making them cry in the toilets. That though is full time here at Anfield. Liverpool 3, Manchester United 1. A commanding victory from the Reds as they beat the Red Devils on home turf and make up for what was a 4-0 loss in the reverse fixture. A big loss, though, for United in the scheme of the title race. It realistically puts them out of consideration for the title, and it now makes their European prospects seem a little less secure.
Well, things
A lot less secure.
Chelsea probably got a finger on that WSL trophy now. And as you say, that race for Europe tightens up. United will be furious.
As they slip to third.
Wow.
On goal difference, they slip to third tonight.
That is a massive loss. But take nothing away from Liverpool in a strong attendance and a really strong performance. Superb. Look what it means. That is a massive performance. Credit to Amber Whiteley, because what a turnaround it has been so far. 100% win record under Whiteley. A brilliant performance. Some, not only the individuals like Smith, like Nagano, like all of them. As a team performance were absolutely superb. Rachel Laws, her best performance of the season. Really, really good all round from Liverpool.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think it's a really important performance from Liverpool, one that signifies the journey they're on, the improvements that we've seen since Amber Whiteley took over from Matt Beard only 3 weeks ago, and I think they're now in a position where they've shown tonight they can compete. They can take on teams like Manchester United and compete. So I think that's a really important victory. Phil says the final 3 games will be a big shadow hanging over United now. Well, they always have been. So it's been United are second, but there's these 3 games in the season. Now suddenly they're third, 2 points only ahead of 4 points only ahead of Manchester City.
Wow.
That's a lot closer than it was or should have been.
Yeah.
City slipped up. United slipped up further.
Wow. I did not see this coming. United 7 wins on the bounce in the league. It's one of those where they've got work to do now, but at the end of the day, you have to give credit to Liverpool, and that huddle there is absolutely superb. They're loving it because that is a brilliant performance.
And Amber Whiteley must be cracking jokes there because Elizabeth Smith and Mia Enderby were pissing themselves.
Oh, now she's back to serious. She's adopting the Frank Lampard approach. Yeah, it is really funny, but actually, seriously.
I know you're laughing at my jokes, but come on.
I know it's really funny, but we need to win the league.
Win the league. Bit of a stretch this season, but it would be good to have another team competing at the sharp end.
Oh, look at that big horrible man, Mark Skinner, going to the away end and clapping the away supporters.
Trying to shoo them away.
Yeah.
Harry, that's clearly what
a horrible person he must be.
But yeah, important win for Manchester, for Liverpool, and a big loss, a poignant moment in United's season, really.
That's the turning point of the title race, you feel. In a weekend where Chelsea will head to Derby tomorrow to fight for their first piece of silverware, Liverpool may have just handed them a huge uplift in pushing for their second place.
Philly says in somehow an Arsenal team who can't defend our second. Oh, Phil, I've heard that about Chelsea as well this season, though. Now that those outsides can do anything, apparently. If you have one bad game, suddenly that team's rubbish. But no, that is everything for today. We are back tomorrow morning.
The Women's League Cup.
League Cup final, baby. Come on.
Philly says, thanks, lad. Good stream again. Good to see you, Phil. Thank you for tuning in. As I say, back tomorrow morning, 12 o'clock. For the Women's League Cup final, Chelsea versus Manchester City, live from Pride Park in Derby. Then we're back in the week with Women's Champions League action. So good stuff.
Tasty week coming up.
A very tasty week. We're back on Sunday to review the Women's League Cup. Back on Monday to review the WSL weekend. Content out all this week. Look out for all of that. That, though, is everything from us today. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. And we'll see you next time.